Boston sports fan, it's 98.5, the Sports Hub. Paisley Media Group Station. This is Boston Bruins hockey.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Tav Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by Catches Law.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over! The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup!
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From TD Garden, it is Boston Bruins hockey. Tonight, the Bruins returning home, looking to snap a 4-game losing streak, and standing in their way is old friend Brad Marchand and the two-time defending champion Florida Panthers. Great to have you with us along with Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston. Tonight's storylines brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, where dependability comes standard. We'll talk plenty about Brad Marchand's return to TD Garden coming up. But from the Bruins' perspective, tonight is about trying to get a win. They came up without a single point in a 3-game Western road trip to Vegas, Colorado, and a 3-2 loss to Utah on Sunday. Despite scoring only 3 goals over the last 2 games combined, head coach Marco Sturm more concerned with the defensive side of the ice.
I think we have to defend better. When you defend better, then we don't have to talk about this creating 5-on-5. You know, everyone was talking first when we win games that, scoring is not the issue. Oh, well, we kept it out of the net. That's the only difference. So I see it totally different. As long as you better defensively, the other part we'll take care of it. But that's not our focus right now.
We've been saying this right from day one, haven't we? Like, you know, I know people want to see the goals, and that's great. And you know, certainly fans want to see the goals, and people asking the questions want to see them. But it's about tightening up defensively. It's about being hard to play against. This is what they preached from day one. They want to be hard to play against, be good in net, be good with the defensive side of the game, with their structure defensively, hard to play against, and the offense will take care of itself. Be good on special teams. That's something that they preached as well right from the start. It's something that had to be way better than it was last year. So when you break it down defensively, they've had some good games in that area, but they've had some games where it's really gotten away from them, and positionally they haven't been good. On reads, they haven't been, where they need to be. There's been some turnovers, and when there's been a breakdown, there are going to be breakdowns. When there is a breakdown, how do you react? How do you cover up for that breakdown? All right, one guy gets beat. Well, what happens next? Or because they're playing a little bit of a hybrid system, you've got to have that communication on the defensive side of the puck. They should all have it by now. Between preseason and 7 games into the season, it should be there. But there are going to be those breakdowns, or there are going to be times where a guy gets beat. And when that happens, how do the other 4 guys react? And that's something where there's still a bit of a work in progress.
Well, one of the bright spots defensively early in the season has been the penalty kill, operating at 90%. But maybe that's because they've had too much practice. Charlie McAvoy and company have already been shorthanded 30 times in 7 games.
It's killing us right now. It's killing us. We talk about it. It's tough. It's a very fast game, right? Obviously, I don't think anybody's ever trying to take penalties. I've been one of the biggest ones. I think I lead our team in penalties. Obviously, some of them are, out of my control, some of them, but you play the game hard, you play the game fast. We got a group of guys in here that care, but we just need to be better in that regard. It's getting guys, the killers are getting a ton of ice time, and we're doing it. We're doing our job. We're getting lift out of that. Penalty kill's been amazing, but, every time we go short, there's a handful of guys that are getting out of rhythm that aren't able to go out there and play. So it's just, we got to stay out of the box.
Yeah, I mean, there's no secret there, right? I mean, and some of the aggressive penalties, you can live with those, or the ones that are necessary. It's kind of the careless high sticks, the careless hooks, and you're not going to agree with every call, but you can say that on it with every team around the league. But when you have that many penalties and you're number one in the NHL in that department, that's, that raises a red flag. It's 7 games into the season. Is that a big enough sample size? Right now it is. I mean, that's plenty, right? That it tells you that you've got to be better in some of those areas. And then, some of it is when you don't have the puck, you're chasing. Who's going to take the penalty?
Right.
I mean, so it's a bit about puck possession and how they can be better in some of those areas. Look at that game against Colorado, right, where the penalties kind of got out of control there in the second period or so, and that's when Colorado was just all over them and had the puck the entire period.
Well, as part of an effort to shake things up offensively on Sunday, Marco Sturm made Casey Middlestat a healthy scratch against Utah. He'll be back in the lineup tonight, and Sturm talked about what he wants to see from him this evening.
I want to see a response. I think he should be all rested, ready to go. He's a very skilled guy, so I want him to use his skill too, not just in the offense zone, but make him plays, to use more Pavel Zacha in the middle and maybe use more RV and also on the power play, right? So that's what I'm hoping to get out of him.
Yeah, for Middlestat, it's. And Marco, if you listen to the whole thing, he's never going to be the fastest guy. He's never going to go from, what did he say, 0 to 10, I think, this morning. And I get it, right? He's never going to go 0 to 10 as the fastest guy. But he can make plays in open ice. He's got to win his battles. He's been decent defensively, which Marco Sturm went out of his way to talk about a little bit this morning as well. But offensively, you've got to be a difference maker in making some of those plays. He's a skilled guy. We all know that. But sometimes you have to do it with a little bit more pace, with a little bit more intensity, with a little bit more, utilizing the people around him a bit more. He's trying to utilize the people around him, but you got to move in order to do that. He's his feet are a little bit in slow motion right now. He's got to get himself moving. And you can have a change of pace. That's fine. Learned that from some of the better offensive people that I ever played with. You can have a good change of pace. David Krejci. He's never the fastest guy, but he had a change of pace. And he could make those plays, whether it was he could slow down and let everything go by him and then make a play, or he can pick up the pace and make a play. So, I'm not putting him in that category, but it's somebody who's got a lot of skill offensively, and they need to see that come out of him.
Well, tonight with the Florida Panthers in town, Brad Marchand plays against the Bruins for the first time in his long career. And one of his longtime teammates, David Pastrnak, talked this morning about knowing exactly what to expect from number 63 tonight.
Oh, yeah. He's for sure going to be all over. He's going to run his mouth, and can't wait for the matchup. It'll be really fun, and maybe he will be too nice. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what to expect from him? You expect the unexpected, right? I mean, he could be nice and quiet and just play his, like a strong, hard game, or I don't know, somebody could poke him and something could happen. Who knows, right? Ask Rasmus Sandin or Dahlin the other day from the Buffalo Sabres. They went after him again last night, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. The Canadians did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not quite the way that Marshy went after him. But
they didn't rip his helmet apart?
No, they didn't. They didn't tear it apart and throw it back on the ice. But, yeah, look, I mean, that if you're playing against him, you better be ready. I mean, friends or not, you better be ready to play. I mean, these guys practice with him all the time. They know how intense he is. They know how hard he is to knock off a puck. And when he is, which he always is, he's always motivated. But when he is really going and protecting that puck and making plays, he's a handful, especially down low. So these guys have to be aware of him every time he's on the ice, especially with the guys that they're missing in Tkachuk and Barkov.
And you would expect some epic chirps tonight because he knows where all the bodies are buried.
I would love to be down between the benches right now.
No question. All right, we're counting you down to face-off. Quick lineup notes for the Bruins. Middlestat back in. We told you about that. Murat Hustadinov will come out tonight. Jeffrey Viel will skate on the fourth line in place of Johnny Beecher. And Hampus Lindholm will get back in tonight. Jordan Harris expected to be out. Counting you down to puck drop. Here's what's on deck. Brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. We'll take a quick look around the NHL, including Sheldon Keefe's Devils going for 5 straight wins.
We played 5 games here. I think you can't make any proclamations, positive, negative, any of this kind of stuff. It's way too early.
Bob chats with Marco Sturm.
He was just a goofy little kid and just wanted to have fun and wanted to be a part of the NHL team or roster, and look at him now.
And up next, we'll talk about the return of Brad Marchand and the Florida Panthers here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
What I bought? A new Blink Mini 2K Plus smart security camera. What I got? 2K clarity sharp enough to see every detail of home when I'm away. Plus audio clear enough to tell my dog he's such a good boy, like I'm actually there. Plus color night vision to check on those bumps in the night. Spoiler, it's always the wind. Blink Mini 2K Plus. Mini camera, max performance. Shop Blink Mini 2K Plus at amazon.com/blink.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop fall savings and get up to 40% off select appliances like Samsung. Upgrade your kitchen this fall with the Samsung Bespoke 4-door refrigerator. Now featuring the dual auto ice maker with sphere ice. Only at the Home Depot. You'll have perfectly chilled drinks for every gathering. Don't miss fall appliance savings at the Home Depot. Offer valid October 2nd through October 22nd. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
Is your relationship with your bank in a rut? Might be time for someone new. At Navigant Credit Union, we offer better rates, fewer fees, and support that puts you first. Don't put it off. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
Now, once again, Timmins behind the net. Fans to their feet here in Buffalo. The final seconds tick off the clock. That's it for this one. It's the Sabres 3, the Panthers nothing. A 32-save shutout for Alex Lyon.
Back here at TD Garden as the Bruins get ready to take on the Florida Panthers, who, like the Bruins, won their first 3 to start the season and now are on a 4-game losing streak as they come to TD Garden tonight. Most of the focus not on the rest of the Panthers, but on Brad Marchand. 16 years to the day from when he made his NHL debut in the Bruins uniform. He opposes the black and gold for the first time tonight. He's also been forced into an even larger leadership role because of major injuries to Captain Sasha Barkov and Matthew Tkachuk.
I think at this point I just kind of am who I am, and I just try to be myself. And you know, it's tough when you lose a guy like Barky and Chucky. Chucky's a very vocal guy in the room and on the ice and in practice and kind of everywhere, where Barky just kind of leads by example, and obviously he plays big minutes. So it's hard to replace guys like that, and same with Cooley and Nosey being out. You know, Cooley's a very vocal guy, kind of always laughing and lightening up the room, and so it's hard when you lose guys like that. They're really hard to replace. So, you know, I just try to chat a bit and you know, try to be a little bit more vocal. But other than that, we still have a ton of leadership in the room and a lot of guys that don't need to be led. They just, you know, they go about their business, and, you know, they're really good pros.
Marchand's definition, try to chat a little bit, or try to chat. Yeah, a little bit different than some people. It's just his personality, and it, you know, Marco Stern will talk about it later. You know, when he first came in to the league, and he was an extra, you know, for the playoff run, and he was just still vocal and happy, and, you know, making fun of people, and he was just a kid, right? He was just first year in the league, and that's just who he is. And the fact that he can back it up on the ice, he can step into a room and, you know, everybody's heard him mic'd up on different occasions, whether it's in Boston, whether it was a Four Nations Cup, and, you know, whatever it's been. He's got that personality, you know, when he walks on the airplane, when he walks on the bus, when he walks into a locker room, when he walks in a room, you know, it's just, you know, he just starts chirping and making fun of you, and, you know, and it's all in a good way. And but he's also got that leadership, because when that puck drops, I think that's the major thing about him. When that puck drops, he's all business. I mean, he might be chirping the other team, which is fine, but he is all business. And there's no more fun and games about, you know, the switch is clicked, and he's on. And I think that's one of the things that makes him so good.
Well, over the course of his 16-year career, he's never experienced a night quite like tonight. He talked about it with the media here in Boston yesterday. He knows this will be a night to remember.
I think I'm just excited about it. I'm just going to try to enjoy it. You know, I don't really know what to expect, you know, emotionally. I think the closest I got to being on the other side was being here for Team Canada and against Team USA. And even that was a little bit different, I would say, in the way that I felt. But yeah, I'm just excited about it. It'll be fun to be back here. It'll be fun to play the Bruins. It'll be fun to play against teammates and have friends and family in the building again. So, I'm just going to, these are things that down the road I think I'll really appreciate. And there's been enough moments that I kind of went through and I didn't take it in enough or I didn't really appreciate it. And, this is one that I will make sure that I do.
I love that, what he said there. There's a lot of things he's been through, and he didn't really sit back and try to appreciate it. He can try to do that today, but he's also got a game to win. They've lost 4 in a row. So I think both teams coming in here today know that there's a job to do, but know that there's also a pretty significant event, occurring here. I mean, this is a superstar for this team. This is a great Bruin, and how many Bruins over the history, over the 101 years, can you say were great Bruins? I mean, there's a lot. But there's some guy, Marchand is a great Bruin. And his number's going to be in the rafters at some point. So, to be here tonight, first thing I did when I walked out this morning and I was walking down the street, first thing I saw was 2 people walking. It was in the morning, and they had the jerseys on. It was the split jersey. It was the Marchand with the Panthers and with the Bruins, the split jerseys on. I said, oh, this is going to be a fun night.
It certainly will be. There'll be a tribute during the first period, during the first break, that we will carry for you live here. And in fact, the crowd, has already started saluting him, even as he's headed off from the pregame skate warm-ups, getting a standing ovation from the crowd that's already here at TD Garden. Well, coming up, we'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines. Then we'll be back to TD Garden on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
When you own your own business, you own every decision. Catch the red eye or take the 6 a.m.
Make a new hire or promote internally.
Celebrate a win with a toast at the gate or unwind at the lounge. Big props to this team. Some decisions are a win-win. Like earning 8 times points on Chase Travel. Introducing Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business. With $2,500 in annual value, it's the business card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member of FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
I know, Nelson. I'm telling them now. Winter is coming, and it's time to book a health and safety check for your home's heating system. Our heating system health and safety check is just $199, and it includes testing for gas and carbon monoxide leaks, inspecting drains and filters, and testing temperature and pressure to ensure your home is ready for winter. Schedule yours now at superservicetoday.com.
Get it done. Get it done right. Get it done right away. Call superservicetoday.com.
Hey, it's Beetle from my dealership, 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell, where you'll save thousands on all new Ram light duty, heavy duty, and ProMaster vans. Or choose the lowest lease payments of the year on all Ram trucks. Visit 495ram.com.
Whether you want to further your career or change it, the Massachusetts School of Law has the most affordable tuition in New England. Register for our next open house October 22nd at 6:30 p.m. The Massachusetts School of Law. Your future starts here.
Celtics fans, join Felger and Maz tomorrow starting at 2 p.m. as they broadcast live from Hurricanes at the Garden on Canal Street with Miller Lite before the Celtics home opener against Philadelphia. Miller Lite, official partner of the Boston Celtics. Miller Lite, when it's game time, it's Miller time. Must be 21 plus. Celebrate responsibly.
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The NBA season tips off tonight with a doubleheader. The Thunder and Rockets play the first game tonight, and then a late game. 10:05, Lakers and Warriors. Of course, the Celtics open the regular season tomorrow night against the 76ers. Jaylen Brown listed as questionable. The Patriots, they're preparing for Sunday's game versus Cleveland. Bill Belichick among the final 12 coaches of the Hall of Fame class, and the World Series begins on Thursday between the Dodgers and Blue Jays. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline. It's an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off an extra oil change at Valvoline. It's an oil change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. Ryan and Bob, they'll take you around the NHL next on the 98.5, the Sports of Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure.
with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season and helps score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor, but try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
This is Boston's home for sports.
Bruins and Panthers coming up. Very quick check around the NHL. 5 games already in progress. Toronto just got a goal from John Tavares. They take a 1-0 lead over New Jersey midway through the first period. Oilers and Senators are scoreless in the first, as are the Sharks and Islanders. Vancouver up 1-0 on Pittsburgh. And the Washington Capitals at home tonight grab a 1-0 lead over Seattle with 11 minutes to go in the first period. Coming up next, Bob will sit down with Bruins head coach Marco Sturm on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CRV at your local Honda dealers.
Put a stop to what's bugging you with Burgess Pest Management, the trusted pest control company for me, Mike Felger. I use Burgess Pest Management, and you should too. Go to burgesspest.com.
Check out new fall savings at Ira Mazda. Make every drive unstoppable with incredible offers on our entire collection of new and pre-owned vehicles. So hurry into Ira Mazda today, because like the season itself, these offers are beautifully temporary.
When you own your own business, you need to keep things moving. Need to book a last-minute flight? Earn a $300 travel credit to cover that. Need to take a meeting before takeoff? Do it from the comfort of the Chase Sapphire Lounge by the club. Need to catch your breath before you board? Done. With $2,500 in annual value, the new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business is the card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member of FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Are you stuck in traffic going to the game? Next time, do what I do. Just take the train to North Station. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free. And if the game's on a weekend, you ride with $10 weekends. So next game, don't be late battling traffic and parking. Ugh. Get tickets with the M-Ticket app and take the train straight to the game.
Hey folks, you could download the Jackpocket Lottery app to start ordering lottery tickets right from your phone. Jackpocket lets you order all your favorite games like Powerball, Mega Millions, Mass Cash, and other official state lottery games. Jackpocket is safe, secure, and easy to use. You can also get notified if you win, so you never need to worry about checking your numbers. That's right. New customers can opt in and get a free lottery ticket. Download that Jackpocket app and use the promo code JPHUB. That's promo code JPHUB. Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-327-5050 in Massachusetts. 18 or older. Eligibility restrictions apply. Jackpocket is a lottery courier and not affiliated with any state lottery. Opt in for $5 in non-withdrawable lottery credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at jkpt.co/draw5.
Put a stop to what's bugging you with Burgess Pest Management, the trusted pest control company for me, Mike Felger. I use Burgess Pest Management, and you should too. Go to burgesspest.com.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Marco Sturm is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety.
Marco, as you get set to take on the Florida Panthers here today, we're going to get into the game and maybe the trip a little bit, but let's get it out of the way right away. Marshy, can you expand a little bit about what you were talking about this morning with the reporters and just how he was Black Ace when you first met him and what he's become here today and just the whole evolution of his career?
Yeah, what I was saying is he came in as a Black Ace, had no idea what's going on, how to act. You know, he was just a goofy little kid and just wanted to have fun and wanted to be an NHL, part of the NHL team or roster or lineup. And look at him now. He became a pro. So learning from a lot from the guys who played here, veterans. You know, he came in probably at the right time. They showed him, they trained him, they teached him how to be a leader like that he is right now. And he's ultimate. He still does his stuff, but look how he trains in the summer, how he prepares himself, how he gets into games, and so he came a long way. So good for him.
Coming off the road trip, I know a lot of soul searching maybe after the first couple of games as you guys looking for results, but were you happy with a lot of the things maybe you did against Utah? Not everything, but a lot more.
Yeah, no, it was definitely better. I think the opponent was better for us too. I would say. I think Vegas and Colorado, they're just on a different level. Let's face it. Can you sneak out a win or two? Yes, absolutely. But everything has to be perfect when you play against them. And against Utah, you know, having that short layover, coming in late, I thought the guys battled extremely hard. They did a lot of good things, and unfortunately we came up empty. But yeah, it's something that we have to continue to get better every day to go for 60 minutes as a good team effort.
I think it'd be fair to say that maybe a couple of the guys on the top couple lines maybe squeezing their stick a little bit right now, trying to get something going offensively. Your career, when things weren't going offensively for you, if you were, in a little bit of a slump, what did you try to do to get out of it, and what's your message to some of those guys?
Yeah, no, it's easy said and done, but you got to keep it simple. That's the biggest thing. And when you're off in the zone, sometimes when I struggled with scoring goals, I made sure I go to the net. Good things happen when you go to the net and shooting pucks. But when you play on the outside and don't shoot pucks and getting more and more frustrated, it's not going to help you. It's really not going to help you. You might not get rewarded in one game, but I'm a big believer when you redo it again and again and again, you will get rewarded. So yeah, keep it simple and be more straight line forward.
You referenced the fourth line as being one of your positives with the goaltending. You might make a change on the fourth line here today. What have you liked most about what they've done for you?
Actually, they did it all, or almost everything except on the power play. But Sean has been excellent and cast those two and whoever was on the left wing. They carried the guy with them exactly the way they wanted to play, right? And that's a hard grinding game. They kept it really simple. PK, they've been our best killers, been outstanding. They gave us a lot of energy, a lot of juice. We need it, and that's why they never really got in trouble because, like I said, they kept it really simple. Not just the last few games since day one. And what happened is when you're a goal scorer and stuff like that, and if you don't score, all of a sudden you change your game automatically a little bit. And these guys never did, right? They knew their role. So that's what we have to understand as a group. We cannot change our style, our identity of play. It doesn't matter what happens. If you win 3 or lose 4, it doesn't really matter. That's where we struggle right now, I think, as a group. We still not sure yet, right? And again, that's where we have to get into.
A team that's kind of mastered that is the team you're facing tonight in the Florida Panthers. They play the same way all the time. You're both in similar situations this season, in fact that you won the first 3 and lost the last 4. So, the intensity level should be there for a number of reasons here today. But what makes them, when you watch them this season, they're missing a couple of key pieces to their forward group in Barkov and Tkachuk. But what do they do really well, and where can you try to attack them?
They check really hard. And when I say check, a lot of people think it's hitting. Yes, it's hitting too, but they do both. They hit and they skate. and they work, and they do it as a team. And, you know, us as a coach or coaches, we look at it's always the same. We look at the Stanley Cup champions and look what they do. But they do it so well, but they do it as a 5-man unit all the time. It doesn't matter if you're a superstar or the fourth line, everyone does the same thing. And that's makes them so good. And again, we have to understand that, and that goes back to what I just said. You want to be consistent. You want to do the same thing over and over again. We need everyone on the same page, because otherwise you're not going to survive in this league. You will not. And and that's why they've been having so much success. They didn't really care who it is. They just outwork teams. It was actually fun to see.
Marco, we appreciate it. Good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
That's head coach Marco Sturm. Bruins and the Panthers are next.
Let's forget about the recent road trip and look back at some highlights of a Bruins legend.
Picked off by Marchand, and he's going to break away shorthanded to the net. Shot! Score! Brad Marchand's first NHL goal comes shorthanded. It's loose. Marchand has it with an open net in front of him. Marchand, a wrist shot, and he scores! Brad Marchand for the empty net goal and a 4-0 lead for the Bruins with 2:44 left.
Over the line with a break. It's Marchand. Backhand. He scores! Brad Marchand, his 400th goal.
Anderson will go behind the net here for the Flames. Elias Lindholm bumps him off the puck. In front for Marchand. Point blank. Score on the rebound. Marchand following his own shot. Wins it for the Bruins 4-3. Brad Marchand returns to the Garden for the first time since he was traded last March. It's the Bruins and the Panthers coming up next.
This is Boston Bruins hockey.
Across to Esposito, a shot.
Cam Neely, wow.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime.
Geeky scores. And there is point number 100 for Pasta and goal number 30 for Morgan Geeky.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by Catches Law.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas.
Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Back door. Put in. His 100th point. Backhand score on a penalty track for Raymond Gort.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1.
Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
And we're at TD Garden for the opener of a 3-game homestand for the Bruins against the Florida Panthers. Obviously, all the focus on Brad Marchand tonight for the Bruins, though. How did they get a W against the defending champs?
Both teams want it, right? I mean, both teams have lost 4 games in a row, all in regulation coming into this one. Both teams had won their first 3 games, and things were looking good for them. So both teams trying to get it back on track against this Florida team. Just got to be ready for them and the way that they play. And I think Marco Sturm said it best in our interview with him, saying, look, they check, and it doesn't necessarily mean running you through the glass. They just check. They're always in your face. They're always getting to you. They're always taking away time and space, and that's the way that they play. They don't deviate from that. They try to do it every night, and they dare you to beat them. And even without Tkachuk and even without Barkov, they're going to try to do the same exact thing.
Face-off is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
He roofs it top shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston Pregames with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Lowe's knows pros want more. Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free to get $20 off your first qualifying purchase of $100 or more just for signing up. Plus, enjoy free standard shipping and more ways to save on your next job. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid for new members only. Not valid with any other discount. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/pro-loyalty for details. Subject to change.
BJ's Wholesale Club has always been proud to offer great prices every day.
In this economy,
Almost sounds too good to be true.
These prices are very true, and at BJ's, they're great, not good. That's great prices every day, no matter the economy. Including 3-pound rotisserie chickens, just $4.99. Wellesley Farms Deli Honey Hams, $6.99 a pound. Plus great prices every day on everything in the club. Join at bjs.com/join and make BJ's your destination for savings every day.
In the spirit of Halloween, Awaken 180 is offering free consultations all month long. Learn how scary, easy losing weight can be for free. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All hockey season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the ice. Tune in to tonight's game on the Bruins Radio Network to hear this date in history restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. Restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
Champions play here, the Sports Hub.
Back here at TD Garden, Bruins and the Panthers getting ready to drop the puck. But first, here's our national anthem with Todd Angeli.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, he proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Todd Angeli with the national anthem as we get set for the opening face-off between the Bruins and the Panthers. We'll take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for Florida is Sergei Bobrovsky. On defense, the pairing of Nico Mikkola and Seth Jones. And up front, Anton Lundell, Eetu Luostarinen, and Brad Marchand. For the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman starting in goal, and it's Charlie McAvoy and Mason Laurier, your two defensemen. And up front, the line of Michael Eisman, Tanner Jeannot, and Fraser Minton.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game are presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant is Paul Brody of Webster, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Paul will win a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game, courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins back home after a 3-game road trip in the home black uniforms, black from head to toe with gold numbers trimmed in white. Panthers in white helmets and sweaters with blue pants. And the opening face-off won by the Bruins. They'll go from left to right here in the first period. Marchand gets a stick in there and knocks it away from Jeannot and gets a long backhander in on Swayman right off the bat. Lohrei out of the far corner will play it for Jeannot. Can't get it cleared. Marchand wheels it back into the near side corner, and McAvoy will settle behind the Bruins net. Dealt it back toward the near side. Played up the wall by Lohrei. Again, can't get it out. Spins back in deep, and McAvoy will take it toward the far circle. Lays it off the glass and out into neutral ice. Marchand right there at the red line to take away, and then goes down as he tried to go to the Boston line. He's going to draw a penalty against the Bruins 33 seconds in, and his presence is already being felt in a big way.
I mean, he draws the penalty. It's a tripping call. It's going to go to Jeannot. I mean, Jeannot and Asimont were both there, but it starts right off the faceoff, right? The Bruins win the faceoff, and Marchand gets to the puck first. He's able to get by Loride, get the puck into the zone, and all of a sudden they're on a roll, and they get a little bit of a, not a great chance, but a decent chance there on Swayman right off the hop. Bruins can't get it out. All right, get the jitters out. Get the you know, the sideshow out of the way. Start playing. You know, get yourself ready here. But you know, he's played in plenty of big games and plenty of pressure situations. If you don't get that out of your system right away, he's going to make you pay.
Face-off win here by the Panthers. They've had some struggles in the last few games on the power play as Reinhart tips one up off the back glass. Kept alive at the far point. They'll work it to Jones, center of the blue line. Tic-tac-toe passing broken up by Peak. Here's Marchand from the end boards. Along the far side, Lundell back down low for Marchand. Lundell again just south of the hash marks. Takes a look around, feeds it to Marchand, side of the net, denied by Peak. Now a shot, hit the post behind Swayman. It's scrambled in the crease, and they knock it in. I think it was Samoskevich who was able to convert. And it's a 1-0 Florida lead.
It was Samoskevich. He's able to get to it. Marchand's right there as well, but they just battled. The first shot hit the post right from the right wing circle, hits the far post, and then Marchand's there, Samoskevich there. They're all banging away at this puck, and no Bruin is able to come up with it. Not a good start, right? It's you know, when you got guys banging away like that, it's either find the puck or eliminate a man. I mean, you know, and two Florida Panthers, two white jerseys standing there banging away at a loose puck.
So Florida's power play goal just a minute 1 in. We heard from Charlie McAvoy during the pregame. We talked about it, you know, needing to stay out of the penalty box. Bruins have given up the second most opposing power play chances in the league. And a power play goal gets them behind here early. Pasternak able to take one away from Bennett deep in the Florida zone and get it in front for a chance by Geekie.
Good chance by Geekie. He moved right to the net that time, found the seam, and Pasternak was able to feed him.
Here's Pasternak with another takeaway in the slot, and then he gets tripped up going around behind the net.
It'll be Bobrovsky tripping him.
Took the puck away from Gustav Forsling right between the circles, and that'll get the Bruins a power play chance less than a minute and a half in.
Actually created 2 turnovers to Pasternak on that same shift. Created 1 turnover, and he was able to feed Geekie for a chance. Bobrovsky made the save there, and then gets this one from Forsling and draws the penalty.
A busy night already for
Bobrovsky. He was well behind the goal line with that left leg extended, and he was leaning over the crossbar there after the whistle, and you know, talking to Pasternak. Pasternak gave him a little tap on the pads, and
busy night already for Kelly Sutherland and Jordan Samuels Thomas, our referees tonight.
2 good calls, 2 no-brainers, really.
So power play number 1 here for the Bruins, and see if they can answer right back on Florida. Jones will send it around far side. It got through Marchand. Pasternak at the far side of the blue line. Knocked away from Elias Lindholm. It'll squirt out back toward the zone. Elias Lindholm wearing an A tonight. Hampus Lindholm a late scratch.
Yeah, very surprised not to see him in the lineup. He was not out there for warm-up, but took a full practice this morning.
Puck chipped along the far side boards here. Zaka goes and gets it himself. Gets it back to McAvoy at the left point with a shot. Hit a body in front as Lindholm tried to provide the screen.
I think that hit Elias Lindholm.
Yeah. Lundell clears it out for the Panthers. Minute 22 to go on the man advantage. Bruins moving from left to right here. Geekie circled back behind the Bruins net, carries it all the way up to center ice, now drops it back for McAvoy to Zaka on the right wing boards, knocked out of the air by Forsling, but kept in the zone. Pasternak out it along the far side for Geekie, back to Pasternak at the left point. Pasta gives it to McAvoy the right side, now Geekie off the right circle, angles it off the boards, back to McAvoy. Deflected puck gets away and knocked away from Pasternak.
Florida taking a page out of some other teams' books. They're just aggressive. They're not going. As soon as that pass is made down low, they're just attacking right away. Bruins have to be decisive with their puck movement. It's got to be quick. It can't be hold it, dust it off, try to make a play. You know, unless you can look somebody off like a Pasternak can. But once that puck is moved down low, it's got to be moved somewhere else quickly.
Bruins trying to gain entry here. Middlestat got dragged away from the puck. Arvidsson will play it back down low. Middlestat knocks his man down. Far side circle. Asamont's got it. 20 to go in the power play. Lori gives back to Asamont. From the top of the circle, a shot. Bobrovsky eats that one up and hangs on for the whistle.
Yeah, you watch Florida's penalty killing. You know, Pastrnak has it out high. Okay, as soon as he moves it over to McAvoy, moves it down low, they just attack. They're not sitting back at all. They're not protecting the middle of the ice. They're just going. I mean, they're going to protect the middle, but they're going to be aggressive. That's like, I don't like a lot of teams right now in the NHL. Even the Bruins have tried to do a lot of that.
Off the face-off, Lori hit it toward the far side. Cross ice it comes, thrown toward the net, goes up and out of play. Marchand and Lundell assisting on Samoskiewicz's goal at 1:01.
Yeah, Lundell had the shot from the right wing side that went off the post.
10 seconds remaining here on the Bruins power play. 16:42 to go in the first period. Down 1-0 early.
Asamont moved, so they'll kick Middlestat out of the draw here.
Arvidsson will take his place. Middlestat will set up shop the inside of the circle. Face-off win by Arvidsson off the near boards. It comes to Lori. Walks at center blue line. Takes the shot. Now takes it. And his stick broke as Kunin is able to get it cleared. That'll do it for the Bruins power play. So 3.5 minutes in. Already a power play each side. And Florida with the 1-0 lead. Middlestat chipping it into the right wing corner. Ekblad slaps it back toward the near side. Asamont battling to try to keep it in. Could not. Will come back toward Peak at his own blue line. Jordan Harris dumped in from the red line. Evan Rodriguez will go toward the far side corner. Gives into the middle for Forsling. Deflected through the neutral zone, and Swayman stops it back in the trapezoid behind his net. Harris got knocked off balance, but Peak comes away with the puck along the near side. Kastelik backhands it off the near wall. Out toward the blue line. VL trying to push it forward from the red line. Angled it off the boards past Petrie, and a chance for Kastelik all by himself. Bobrovsky with a great pad stop.
Yeah, I had to navigate around that broken stick from earlier, right? That Lori had broken on the attempted shot, but he found himself in alone, tried to go back into the forehand. Bobrovsky with the left pad.
Yell in on the forecheck, able to win a battle, push that puck toward the far corner, but now cleared out by the Panthers. Jokiharju from center ice, going to drag it back to the attacking blue line, and the Bruins are going to be whistled offside there.
Good opportunity. Kastelik finds himself behind everybody and tries to go to that forehand. Might have had 5-hole, but easy to say from up here on the replay. Bobrovsky stayed right with him.
Kastelik was bidding for his 3rd goal of the season.
Had a good bout the other night, huh?
He did against O'Brien from the Mammoth. 2 of them about 3.5 minutes in, waking everybody up. We spoke to him right after the first period. He had just come off the ice, could barely catch his breath. As Zadorov lobs one in toward Bobrovsky, picked off the backboards by Mikkola. There's Zadorov, tried to shoot from out along the blue line. That was blocked, and chase it back toward the Boston zone. Elias Lindholm gets a pass from Geekie and gets it deep. Bobrovsky backhands it toward that far side. Bennett pushed it up the wall to Reinhart. Back into his own zone. Makes a hit, gets knocked down. The Jokiharju's got possession as the puck comes out towards center ice. Zadorov going to carry it back to the blue line and rip it around the boards to the near side. Mikkola turned away from Geekie. Now Jones will come back toward the near side with it. Verhaeghe will carry it up out into neutral ice. Rink-wide pass was behind Reinhart. He was able to get a stick on it, but a delayed offside. Florida turns and goes for a change. McAvoy with a feed from Zadorov. Hammers it around behind Bobrovsky, all the way around to the far side. Pass Fraser Minton. There's Forsling to carry it ahead. Dumps in from the red line and around the far side. Lori chased by Marchand into the far corner. Puck comes behind the net, and the Panthers will gain possession. Forsling at the left point. Lundell tried to get it in front, blocked by McAvoy to the near side wall. Asamont takes a hit, can't get it out of the zone. Puck will come back toward the back of the net, in fact off the back of the net. Lori reverses it around toward the near side, and Asamont will be able to get that one out to neutral ice. Eklund holding up Jeannot as he was in pursuit of that puck. Lundell from center ice dumps it back in. Samoskiewic pivots off the wall. From behind the net goes Boqvist. Centering pass. Trying to get shot was Rodriguez. Forced in behind the net instead. Back to the near side. A broken stick for Balinskis as he tried to one-time it. Bruins move forward with Armson coming up the left wing side, but he gets hip-checked into the wall by Petrie.
Bruins are going for a line change. They can take advantage of that broken stick.
13-12 to go here in the first. 1-0 Florida. Panthers with the puck deep in their own zone. Mikkola will skate it out up the middle. Goes off to that right side. Dump in by Jones. Comes all the way around near side. Jokiharju will send it around toward the far circle. Kept in deep here by Kunin. And now A.J. Greer in that far corner. Battling with Zadorov. Toward Arvidsson. And now the middle step. He will send it near side to Jokiharju. Zaka forced back into the Bruins zone. Lost possession and a chance by Mikkola to hit the outside of the net.
It wasn't outside because Zaka brought it back into his own zone.
Dorov from the far circle. Pass it toward the blue line to Zaka. He'll drop it back to Jokiharju. Both teams getting changes on. Jokiharju feeds McAvoy. He'll skate out toward his own blue line. Pass for Biel. Gets knocked back toward the Boston blue line. Ori from the far circle to Corrali. Tried to redirect that one onto Biel coming up the left wing side. They couldn't get it in. Bennett back to his stick, snaps in half on a shot attempt. And the puck came over toward Reinhart near
money
side.
out of the stick budget this whole first period here. We're not even we've had 3 of them fly.
They're just falling apart. As Bennett will back one up toward his own zone here. Petrie up the right side. Reinhart gets it into the Bruins zone, but then he goes for a change. McAvoy stumbled over one of the broken pieces of stick back behind the Bruins net. Marchand picks one off at center ice here. And a pass in his direction from Forsling. Hit him in the back of the skate. Wasn't expecting that. Elias Lindholm gets it from Geekie. Steps into the right circle and shot just wide on the stick side. Harris sends it back around the glass in behind the net. Forsling to it first in the near corner. Will lift it back out towards center. 11:15 to go here in the first period. Pasternak finds Pete. Stepping to the attacking blue line to Geekie. His shot and redirected wide of the net. Elias Lindholm plays it back down toward the end boards, but picked off there by Evan Rodriguez. Here's Pete keeping one into the blue line, but steered back toward the near side again. And Rodriguez will carry it up the left wing. On the near boards, plays it all the way across the ice. Stepping in, Samoskevich. Hammered in behind the net. Mikkola at the left point. Plays it back down toward the circle for Rodriguez. Now Boqvist turns with it along the near side wall. Fires. Glove stopped by Jeremy Swayman. And he hangs on. 10 minutes and 39 seconds left here in the first period. Florida is out to a 1-0 lead. And where we would normally take our first timeouts, we're going to keep it here as the Bruins tribute their former captain.
Marchand's first NHL goal comes shorthanded. Marchand scores! 2 goals with the goalie puck! Marchand, he'll drag it right in for a chance. He scores! What a goal! Marchand with it. Fed one for Boston. He scores! Marchand, little dangle through the slot. Boston scores! Marchand wins it. Marchand delayed now. Tucked it in front. Score! The Bruins are Stanley Cup champions.
ovation from the crowd here at TD Garden, saluting their former captain, who was visibly moved to tears watching the tribute video on the center ice scoreboard.
No shortage of highlights for that.
No question.
For his career. Hard to put it all into a minute and a half.
And as they put his picture back up there, he gets another salute. As you said during our pregame, one of the great Bruins. 1,090 games in a Bruins uniform. As we return to action, and Swayman makes a quick save and hangs on. 4th most games in team history. 4th all-time leading goal scorer. 422. 5th all-time in points. Most playoff goals in franchise history. You can go down a lengthy list of some of the superlatives of Brad Marchand's career here in Boston.
Those are the numbers.
Yes.
That doesn't take into account just him and who he was in that locker room, who he was around the players. And
listen to the crowd chanting Marshy as the Bruins get it into the attack zone here. Middlestat lays it down into the left wing corner. Zadorov tried a one-timer, partially blocked. Zacha turnaround shot also. It's tipped by Bennett. It's covered up by Bobrovsky.
Yeah, it's hard to put into. I mean, I couldn't even imagine what's going through his head right now. I remember, and it's not quite the same, but it's pretty close. Like Ray Bourque coming back into the city as a member of the Colorado Avalanche, but he had kind of asked for a trade.
Right.
I mean, this was a little bit different, and for him to go on and have the success that he had with Florida last year in the playoffs to help them win their 2nd Stanley Cup in as many years.
Yell tried to backhand one toward the net off the faceoff. He gets knocked down behind the net by Jones. Panthers will carry out into neutral ice. Samoskevich lost it coming toward the Boston line. Ricochets back toward him, and he'll step into the attack zone here for the Panthers. McAvoy able to relieve him the puck as they go into the near corner. Oakquist wrapped it back around toward the far side. Lorai's got a little space. He'll play it up the left wing for Viel, but Jones stepped in front of that. Panthers try to gain the attack zone. Samoskevich is going to be offside at the blue line along the near boards.
Yeah, so it's fantastic tribute, really visibly moved for Brad Marchand. And for the Bruins, okay, all right.
Now you're past it.
We got to go now. We're down a goal. Let's go.
Marchand comes out for his shift here now. It's like, it's got to be tough to play with tears in your eyes and a lump in your throat. But he stands in on that right side as they get ready for the faceoff. Panthers win it. Dumped in by Ekblad. Wraps around toward the near side. Peak will backhand in behind the net. Harris swept it along toward the far circle. Jeannot got held up along the boards against Ekblad. Puck comes back toward the corner. Harris off the near side for Pete. And up the right wing for Asimont, just outside of the Bruin blue line. Marchand going to dump it right back in. Harris to the far side circle.
They don't make anything easy for you, right? You get the puck and all of a sudden somebody's in your face. That's what Florida does. They do it night after night. They try to do it night after night. Like Forsling wanted a penalty there for a trip. And he's going back to the puck.
Razor Minton from center ice will lob one down into the right wing corner. Ikola turns it back toward the near side. Now behind the net to Jones. 8:48 to go here in the first. Florida has a 1-0 lead. Verhaeghe will chip it down toward the left wing corner. And now a centering pass. That's taken away by Zadorov, who backhands it out into neutral ice. Ikola for Verhaeghe. Dumped away from him. Loose near the Florida line. Ikola gets there first. Now it'll be Jones. Pass off to that right side. Reinhart trying to get it in front. That was blocked. Second effort. Picked up by Verhaeghe. Sends one right through the top of the crease. On the near side circle, it's Bennett. Back down low to Verhaeghe. Shoved by Jokiharju. Free puck to the near corner. Zadorov backhands it up the wall. Ikola pinching down to keep it alive. Reinhart out near the blue line. Tried a shot. That deflected a couple of times on the way to the net. And it'll be cleared up the middle by Geekie, but that's going to go for an icing with 8:01 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, not much clean here for the Bruins in terms of coming out of their own zone and making good passes and having that support coming out of their end, especially when Florida has an opportunity to establish the forecheck. They don't try to do much off the rush, especially if they don't have numbers. That puck is behind the D, and they are in there quickly and trying to force the turnover that way.
Face off to the left of Jeremy Swayman.
They've mastered the wraparound with the the strong pinch down the strong side boards.
Elias Lindholm waiting for the drop of the puck here for the Bruins. Rodriguez beats him on the draw. That shot gets blocked off. He can hit Rodriguez on its way. Now an outlet pass to Geekie with a step up the left wing side, and the puck slips away from him as he tried to shoot.
Geekie's one of those guys. He's been fighting it a little bit, right? Fighting the puck, getting shots away, handling passes. He's one of the last guys off the ice this morning, just doing a lot of extra work with a couple of the coaches, handling passes, getting shots away. But I think that's a pretty good example right there. He's got a break coming down the left wing side. Probably has to shoot it because he's probably not going to be able to get to the net, but there's fans on it.
Zaka able to take one away from the near circle. Arvidsson clears. Middlestat chasing up the left side. Coming back on him, Petrie. And Florida will regain the puck. Geekie, career-high 33 goals last year. Got off to a really slow start. Didn't really catch fire until about mid-November.
A healthy scratch.
Yeah. Here is Harris. The left wing corner to Middlestat. Under 7 minutes to go here in the period, and a one-timer by Zaka from the high slot is taken by Bobrovsky. No rebound, and Arvidsson gets into a shoving match with Balinskis, and that draws a bit of a crowd behind the Florida Nets. We'll take a timeout. 6:52 to play, first period. Panthers 1, Bruins nothing. On the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
The Shoresy Fall Classic returns. Join the cast of the hit TV show Shoresy as they take on NHL alumni from the Boston Bruins. December 7th, 3 p.m. at TD Garden. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. Because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
At the 99 restaurant, $14.99 big deal meals start the week off right. Satisfy big appetites every Monday through Wednesday. Try our new grilled teriyaki chicken for flavor that's always kickin'. For big deal meals and a great time, you gotta love the Nines.
Hi, Joe Giacalone here, owner of Arch Painting, and we have some exciting news. Arch Painting Residential has officially become Paint Zen. Same trusted team, same expert painters. Now with the power of rapid-fire technology to make it easy to quote and book your home painting job in just minutes. And now's the perfect time of year to give your home a fresh coat of paint. So hire Paint Zen for all your fall improvement projects. Get started at paintzen.com.
The game is on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub. Is the media group station.
6:52 to play, first period here at TD Garden. Florida has a 1-0 lead over the Bruins. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Great to have you with us as the Panthers win the faceoff and get it cleared, and we've got a fight right off the drop of the puck. Viel is locked up with Gadjevich out near the blue line. Gadjevich gets a right hand. Viel, couple of uppercuts to the right ribs. And now they get tangled as they come back toward the near side boards, twist around. Gadjevich throws a right hand. Viel trying to hold him off at arm's length, and as he throws a right, both guys tumble down.
I can see them line up next to each other on the face-off circle. Figured something might happen here. I know that Viel back in the lineup here today. He's going to try to challenge, trying to get his team going. Played well the other day against Vegas when he was in the lineup. Probably should have had that goal. I'm not sure why he didn't get it, but
Each for fighting.
Fighting majors each.
But, they line up next to each other. They're talking. They knew they were going to go, and nobody jumped each other. It was pretty much, let's do this the right way. And they both had a pretty good hold of one another.
So first of the year for Viel. Had 148 penalty minutes last season in Providence. Face off near the Boston blue line. Controlled by Corrali. Coming toward the near side is Jeannot. He'll backhand it deep. Corrali gets in there after it. Able to get position against Lundell. The puck comes behind the net, and Jones will take it back for the Panthers and send one high into the air out to center ice. Knocked out of the air by Lorai, and back deep it goes. Corrali shoulder to shoulder with Jones in pursuit of that puck. Marchand off the far wall. His pass flipped off of Jeannot. Bruins trying to hold the line here. Do a couple of times. Lundell's third effort. They do get it out. Marchand going to drop it back into the Panthers' end. 6:07 left here in the first period. Florida's got the only goal. Power play tally came just 61 seconds in. Verhaeghe off a deflected pass. Sends it deep behind Jeremy Swayman, who came to backhand it, and it got picked off by Bennett, but as Bennett tries to force it in front of the net, Swayman just covers it up and then has a little short conversation with defenseman Henry Jokiharju. We'll take a timeout with 5:54 to go here in the first. Florida 1, Bruins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Celebrate Truck Month and hurry in to secure your deal today. Built Ford tough. 5:54 remaining here in the first period. Florida has a 1-0 lead here at TD Garden. First of 3 meetings on the season between these two teams. The other two will both be down in the Sunshine State. One in February, a few days after the Stadium Series game, and then another one at the beginning of April. Defensive zone faceoff coming up for Elias Lindholm against Sam Bennett. Near circle down to our left. Lindholm pulls it toward the wall. Taken by Reinhart, trying to get it back to Forsling at the point. On the near side, batted out of the air with a glove by Zadorov. That helps it out of the zone. Ekblad turning back toward his own end. Chased by Pasternak, flips it toward the near side, and Forsling. Forsling, head to the red line. Dump in. Battles around the top of the glass in the Bruins zone. Zadorov got it to Jokiharju. Near side, Lindholm will play it up the right side, and here's Pasternak just inside the Florida zone. Trying to stick handle into some open space. Send it across to Zadorov in front for Lindholm. And taken away, Verhaeghe and Forsling coming forward.
Lindholm tried to drag that puck, right? He got it on the forehand. He tried to drag it as he was moving left to get the shot away, and the puck just rolled right off the toe of his stick.
And the Panthers get caught on an icing here as they were just shy of the red line when they dumped it in. Face off in the Bruins attack zone with 5:13 to go in the period. Pavel Zacha going to take it against Sam Bennett. Zacha with Middlestat on the wing tonight and Arvidsson on the other side. Off the face-off. Lorai tried to set up Zacha for a one-timer, couldn't get wood on him.
And I mean, we've seen that a lot here from the Bruins, not just today, but
Middlestat cross ice to McAvoy. Long wrist shot is knocked down by Bobrovsky, and he'll cover that up.
Nobody in front. Pretty routine save for Bobrovsky, even though he wasn't able to hold on right away. He's kept it in front of him and just covered up. But McAvoy's trying to get something to the net, but there are no black jerseys anywhere near the net.
You mentioned, guys kind of swinging and missing on some of the one-timer attempts. And we talked about that the other day. Some of their shots have missed the net by quite a large margin when they have gotten sticks on it. Well, out of sorts here. 7+ games in. It's McAvoy with a shot from out near the point, and that one gloved by Bobrovsky as well.
I like the fact he's getting it through, but there's nobody in front.
Right.
And he has a clear look at it because Bobrovsky, it's a routine save.
This face-off won by Lundell. Panthers moving from right to left. They come out of the zone. Angled pass comes behind Marchand. And into the Bruins zone. And Marchand with a chance in front off a feed from Lundell. Raymond able to make a save on that deflection. Valinskas over to Petrie. His shot gets through to Swayman, who makes the right pad stop. And Lori plays it off the far boards, but not out. Loose along the far circle. McAvoy bats it toward the near side, and Arvidsson is there. He'll carry it back behind Swayman. Pass to Lori, and now to McAvoy. From the red line, dumps it in. Bruins have gone for a change. Evan Rodriguez will come back behind the Florida net. Former BU Terrier. Valinskas out to the far circle. Up the right side for Petrie. He'll chip it in and go for a change. Hammered around the near boards to Asimon. Loose puck at center ice. Jones there just a step ahead of Janot. Ikola near center ice. Back to Jones, and he dumps it in. All the way around to the near boards. Anaskevich trying to get position on Peak. Jordan Harrison behind the net. Peak will bring it back toward the near side as Rodriguez went down. Harris out toward his own blue line. Left side pass to Minton. Minton trying to fight his way through Jones. Mikkola takes a loose puck along the end boards. Gives back to Jones far side. Can't get it out. Janot's shot hit a leg. And now we'll kick back out toward center. And Harris trying to backhand it deep into Florida territory. Sails it over the glass out of play along the near side.
Yeah, just to be clear, just kind of watching Marchand, just to be clear, we said, look, a little difference between him and maybe Ray Bourque, because Bourque asked for it. Marchand actually asked for one as well, but only after the negotiations kind of fell apart. But if you're a Bruins player and you're playing against him, you know he's not going to let up on you today.
He doesn't let up on you when he's on your team.
Somebody went into, exactly, he demands a lot out of his own team in practices and everything. He's certainly not going to let up on you here today. If you're going to go into the corner with him, you better be ready to battle.
Okiharu pass, looking for Pasternak, broke it up. Cross ice, Verhaeghe going to pick it up off the boards, and then he's hit hard by Zadorov. Panthers, though, hold the line. Got off the backboards from Ekblad. Near side, Pasternak will chip it through Forsling. Geekie tried to get it into the middle for Lindholm, but Verhaeghe got a piece of it as well. Lindholm and Verhaeghe in the far corner. Geekie comes over to try to help out. Free puck came to Reinhart. And he'll lead the Panthers forward here. Trying to pass for Bennett. Kick back towards center ice. Just over the head of Greer. Reached up with a glove. Couldn't get it. Corrali will skate the Bruins forward. His attempt kicked off by Valinskas. Around the far boards. And Reinhart starts it out. Loose to Lora. Will step toward the attacking blue line. His pass picked off. A.J. Greer coming back for the Panthers. Aside for Kunin. Off the end boards and around to Boqvist to the far side circle. Goes into the corner against Corrali one-on-one. 2:13 to play here in the period. Centered came through Greer as he tried to kick it onto his stick. Asimont gets the pass across the ice into neutral ice. And Kastelik racing over there. Trying to take it away from Petrie. The Panthers have it. Under 2 minutes to play in the period. Valinskas circles in front of Bobrovsky. Carries it up toward the red line. Tried to dump in. Blocked by Arvidsson. Petrie throws a pass toward the Boston line and got through everyone. Harris goes behind the net. Arvidsson into the middle for Middlestat as he comes toward the red line on the right side. He'll play deep. Bobrovsky behind the net, came and brought it around toward the near side. And Marchand will carry through center. Dump into the left wing corner. And around to the far side wall. Come down low to Pete. Real on the far circle. Marchand able to get a stick on it. He's a one-on-one against Zacco on the far boards. Gets it back to Jones for a one-timer. That's blocked in front, and Zacca will clear it across ice. Arvidsson chips it down the right wing boards and into the corner. Coming up on 60 seconds to play in the period. Bennett to Verhaeghe. Redirected toward the Boston line. Here's Bennett coming down the middle, and Zadorov able to knock him off stride. Cleared back out. Asamont trying to find the handle on a bouncing puck. Can't. And winds up offside with 45.8 to go in the period. Florida with a 1-0 lead here. Inside of the final minute of the first. 8-6, their shots on goal advantage to this point.
Wouldn't call it a pretty period.
No, I wouldn't say so. Puck's just kind of bouncing around.
Yeah, been a little choppy. There's been some opportunities lost when Florida hasn't been, great offensively either. They got the first power play goal, and it's pretty much settled down since then for the most part. Hassel had a little break in.
On the near side, boards battle for possession just outside the Florida blue line. Panthers will get it back in their own zone. Pass across ice from Ekblad, too far for Verhaeghe. At center ice, Reinhart takes one away. Verhaeghe just onside. Down into the right wing corner, Yoki Haru will steer it around near side. Forsling held in. Zadorov pokes it to the back of the net. Yoki Haru tried to keep it moving. Verhaeghe got a stick in there, but now Zadorov regains. Final 12 seconds of the period as it comes volleying back through neutral ice. Ends up on the stick of Reinhart. Here the red line. Sidesteps Elias Lindholm, dumps it in, and that will do it for period number 1. So Florida struck early, getting the early power play and cashing in on it. And at the end of 20 minutes here at TD Garden, it's the Panthers with a 1-0 lead. And we will be back for our first intermission and a little conversation from the archives with Brad Marchand. We'll have that next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. But try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Electrical contractors. Do you travel to job sites every morning wondering when your materials will arrive? Granite City Electric Supply can change that feeling and have your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery guaranteed by 6 a.m. to most job sites throughout New England. Or pick up at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations, providing convenient 24/7 access to materials for pickup on your schedule. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
This is New England Patriots quarterback Josh Dobbs, and Autodesk is the official design and make platform of the New England Patriots. Autodesk is all around us, including here at Gillette Stadium. What fans might not know is that stadiums, buildings, and the new Patriots Training Center were built with the help of Autodesk Construction Cloud software. Autodesk helps the Patriots and the Kraft Group bring their construction vision to life.
Autodesk, changing how the world is designed and made. Visit Autodesk.com.
Poor Diana in accounting. She fell for an email phishing scam. Computers shut down. And people freaked out, especially about getting paid.
Hey!
Fortunately, the company had cyber risk coverage from Safety Insurance. Safety covered the cost of systems and data restoration, business income-related losses, and more. Don't let one human error shut down your business. Ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms, even the cyber kind.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, a donation of $100 will be made to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Shaw's and Star Market, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All hockey season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the ice. Tune in to the Bruins Radio Network every home game to hear this date in history, restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. Restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Hit 985thesportshub.com.
First intermission here at TD Garden. Florida Panthers have a 1-0 lead. And for our intermissions tonight, we're going to go back into the archives. Not too far, actually. Back in February of 2024, the day before Brad Marchand played in his 1,000th game in a Bruins uniform, he sat down with our colleague Judd Surratt to talk about his career. And we're going to bring that conversation to you in two parts. So here is part one, Judd Surratt and Brad Marchand from February 2024.
I know you had mentioned, Marshy, that you never imagined when you started your NHL career that you would play 1,000 games. So what did you envision?
You know, it's tough. I mean, you know, like you come in, you don't really know what to expect. A lot of times you don't even think that far ahead. You know, and every day is just so challenging just to stay in the NHL. And I was so caught up in just the moment, originally just trying to make sure that I did everything right every single time I went to the rink. And I didn't give them a reason to send me down, you know, and it really wasn't until it was kind of established where I started looking at, you know, what it could look like and where my career could fall. And you know, back then I was kind of hoping to play 10 years. I felt like if a 10-year NHL career was really good. And, you know, when you hear about the averages of a guy's career being 3-4 years and, you look how hard it was just to make the NHL, let alone stay there for 10 years. That was kind of a goal. And as somebody had mentioned to me early on that, you know, if you can play 400 games, you're a legit NHL player. And, you know, so those were kind of things that got in my mind. And then it just, you know, got to the point where, I just wanted more. And you know, I set, at the time, unrealistic goals, and eventually they became very realistic. So, you know, it's come a long way and a lot further than I could have ever expected. But, you know, hopefully it's a long way from being done.
When did you feel like I'm here, I'm an NHLer, and I'm here to stay?
You know, pretty early, and then I kind of had a wake-up call shortly after that. You know, I think after my first year, after I won the Cup, you know, I was like, okay, I deserve to play in this league, and I signed my new contract. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be an NHL player here moving forward. And then I signed my next deal the next summer, and I think it was either that summer or the year after that. I kind of had a bad start and a little bit of a wake-up call that, you know, you got to go into each summer trying to get better, not just being comfortable doing the same thing maybe in past years or, you know, take it for granted just because you have a good year, previous year or last couple of years doesn't mean you're going to have success moving forward. So bit of a wake-up call for me there, and started to hear my name being floated around in trade rumors, which really kind of ticked me off. So, you know, from that point forward, I really tried to bear down and make sure that I would never let that happen, and at least, you know, put myself in the driver's seat to control as much of that as I could. You know, a lot of it always is out of our control, but you know, if you make yourself a player that every team wants, and you know, if you're on a, you know, you show up to win try to win every single day and show that that's the goal. You know, I just felt like that would be tough to try to move on from.
Let's go all the way back to your first game. How well do you remember stepping onto the ice for the first time, October 21st, 2009, as a member of the Bruins?
Yeah, I remember it pretty well. You know, I was very excited. I was playing with Bergie and Rides, and two great players. I felt very, very good that night. You know, I think you're on such an adrenaline rush, and you're so excited to be there. And I felt really confident about my game because of the way I was playing in the minors. I actually felt it was by far my best game of that first year. So it was a lot of fun. I got an assist, and I think I drew a penalty, and we won the game. I think we were 3-1. So it was a very exciting night. It was that first time you're like, okay, I'm in the NHL, and you hope at that point it'll be forever, and I wouldn't get sent back down, but unfortunately that wasn't the case, and had a lot of learning to do from that point forward. But it was a heck of a memory.
How hard is it to be durable, especially when so many guys, especially early in your career, wanted to kill you?
Yeah, it's tough. I think the league's changed a lot, but I've always had a great group of guys around me. It's one thing that our teams always pride themselves in is sticking together. But the league's changed a lot. It's not like that anymore. There's very few guys. Guys will run around a little bit, but the way that they're kind of clamping down on hits and shots and stuff like that, you don't really have to worry about that a whole lot. So nowadays it's just your body breaks down because of the speed of the game, the wear and tear on the body as you get older, and so it's just about how you manage that, take care of your body, and the team's implemented a phenomenal training staff that takes care of the guys and has done a great job at getting us back from injuries quick, and their prevention side is incredible. So now the game they put such a great emphasis on taking care of your body. You should be able to play for longer now as long as you take care of yourself.
And that part one of a conversation that Judd Surratt had with Brad Marchand back in 2024, the day before Marshy played in his 1,000th career game as a member of the Boston Bruins. He and the Florida Panthers have a 1-0 lead after one. We'll have a check of the Sports Hub headlines when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hey, Ryan Williams here with 128 Plumbing, Heat, and Cooling and Electric, home of Finish Strong Friday. And at 128, we are proud to be local and independently owned since 1992. And this year, we're excited to announce that we are now certified Evergreen, which is a certification that speaks to long-term commitment and remaining privately held, with a focus on people over short-term profits and exits. Learn more on our website or social media at call128.com.
Celtics fans, join Felger and Maz tomorrow starting at 2 p.m. as they broadcast live from Hurricanes at the Garden on Canal Street with Miller Lite before the Celtics home opener against Philadelphia. Miller Lite, official partner of the Boston Celtics. Miller Lite, when it's game time, it's Miller time. Must be 21 plus. Celebrate responsibly.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Mice scurrying around in the basement, spiders crawling in the shower, stink bugs creeping on every window. Fall in New England means that pests move in, unless you call Burgess Pest, my go-to for pest control. Local, fast, almost 100 years of proven results. BurgessPest.com. Built for New England, built to stop pests.
Hey, it's Beetle from my dealership, 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell, where you'll save thousands on all new Ram light duty, heavy duty, and ProMaster vans. Or choose the lowest lease payments of the year on all Ram trucks. Visit 495ram.com.
For over 37 years, College Hype has been Boston's go-to for high-quality custom apparel. From screen printing to embroidery, they do it all. In-house with unmatched craftsmanship and lightning-fast turnaround. They're your one-stop shop for all your custom apparel. Whether it's for your school, business, or big event, they bring your brand to life with gear that stands out and lasts. Visit collegehype.com to see what the hype is all about. That's collegehype.com. College Hype, making a difference, one T-shirt at a time.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, NHL scoreboard right now, second period. The Devils lead the Leafs 3-2. Oilers have a 2-0 lead over the Senators. It's the Islanders 4, Sharks 2. Penguins have a 2-1 lead over Vancouver. Also, the Capitals all over the Kraken 3-0 tonight. First period, no score between the Kings and Blues. Ducks have a 1-0 lead over Nashville. Columbus 1-0 over the Stars. And later on tonight, Avalanche and Mammoth. And the NBA season is tipped off. Right now, Thunder have a 42-41 lead over the Rockets. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Gear up for the season with the latest Bruins jerseys available now at the Pro Shop, powered by 47 Brand. Shop at the Hub on Causeway, located on level 1 of TD Garden or Boston Bruins Pro Shop.com. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline. It's an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive to oil change at Valvoline. It's an oil change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. The second period is next on the 98.5 The Sports of Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Layer on the flavor with the DQ sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Do you ever scream at your screen when your 5G internet freezes? It's the worst. So why not switch to Astound? Wi-Fi that just works. With Astound Wi-Fi, you'll rage less, buffer less, and live more. Get Wi-Fi starting at just $25 a month, and for a limited time, get up to a $300 Amazon gift card. Astound Wi-Fi, it just works. Visit astound.com today.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Did you know that Aaron's, the snow thrower company, also makes Gravely lawnmowers? Do yourself a favor and get the job done right with the Gravely zero-turn mower designed to deliver professional results. Dial in your precise cutting height with the comfort of a plush high-back seat, powered with a dependable Kawasaki engine. Gravely is here for you and your lawn, just like the Aaron snow thrower is here for your driveway. Get the most mower for your money and get a Gravely zero-turn. Find your local dealer at Gravely.com.
Hey, it's Zoe, and I'm pumped to get our football team back to their winning ways, and our coach knows it starts with being prepared and a winning playbook. And when it comes to technology, nobody prepares your company for the future better than my friends at Oakers Technologies. Because for over 100 years, the Oakers playbook has been unstoppable, and I'm talking about full IT, infrastructure rebuilds, to your everyday AV upgrades, and that's what it means to be future ready. Be sure to tune in all season long to hear from our coach during his weekly and post-game press conferences powered by Oakers, proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
Lundell again just south of the hash marks. Takes a look around, feeds it to Marchand, side of the net, denied by Pete. Now a shot, hit the post behind Swayman. It's scrambled in the crease, and they knock it in. I think it was Samoskevich who's able to convert. And it's a 1-0 Florida lead. At the lone goal of the first 20 minutes, as the Panthers have a 1-0 lead here at TD Garden. Our first intermission presented by TD Bank. TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. That goal, by the way, came just a minute 1 into the first period on a power play after Tanner Jeannot was whistled for taking down Brad Marchand just 33 seconds in. So it was Mackie Samoskevich, the Newtown, Connecticut native, with his second of the season from Marchand and Anton Lundell, to give Florida the 1-0 lead after one. The shots are 7-6 in favor of the Panthers through one. Each team with one power play chance over the first 20 minutes. Bruins opening up a 3-game homestand here tonight. Anaheim Ducks going to be in town here on Thursday, and then we'll get a second look at the Colorado Avalanche here on Saturday afternoon for a 3 o'clock face-off.
Boy, they look good, huh? Avalanche.
Haven't lost, one of two teams that haven't lost in regulation, and
so Carolina's going
Vegas
through that
is the other
gauntlet right now. They played Vegas. Vegas beat them. Now they're going to play Colorado. See how they do against them. They were undefeated. Carolina was going out there.
Right. Yeah, Colorado and Vegas, the only two teams left without a loss in regulation. Bruins will be moving from right to left as we start the second period. Matt Kastelik will stand in for the opening faceoff here against Anton Lundell. Officials get the go-ahead. And the puck drop helped backward by VL right to Lohrei, and he'll dump it in. Bobrovsky goes behind the net, slows it up for Mikkola. Pass to the far side, picked off by Kastelik. He brings it back down low. And get it in front. Lundell pushed it back along the end boards and lifted high into the air and out of the zone by Seth Jones. Off the far boards toward VL, and that one ricocheting around near the blue line. Bruins are going to wind up offside.
You know, neither team really generated a ton of great chances in that period. I mean, the power play goal happens, but did Florida have a lot of great opportunities? I wouldn't say so. They forechecked pretty well. They forced the Bruins into to have a tough time coming up the ice cleanly. The Bruins had that one good break-in by Kastelik, but, you know, other than that, I don't know if there were any other. You know, Kiki had a point-blank chance, right, on the pass from Pasternak.
Right.
Early in the period.
Reinhart tried to rip it deep into Bruins territory. Cut off by Zadorov. Yoki Haru, rink-wide pass, skips away from Geeky. And it'll be brought into the near corner by Ekblad. Turned behind the net by Bennett. Verhaeghe puts it up that left side. Dorov able to hold off Reinhart. Geeky tried to one-touch a puck into the middle of the neutral zone, and that was taken away. Forsling will drive one around behind Swayman. Looked along the near boards, and we get a whistle. Puck was touched with a high stick. We'll stop it with 58 seconds gone in this second period. As you said, that first period, not exactly a work of art.
No, but you know what? I mean, there's a lot of emotions running around down there, you know? I mean, that's pretty powerful. Some of these guys, a lot of these, you know, at least half of these guys for the Bruins played, you know, significant time with Brad Marchand, and, you know, and for Marchand, and, you know, you see his emotion, wears it on his sleeve. I mean, it's just, you know, he was choked up during that minute-and-a-half ceremony, and now he's got to, you know, get his composure in play, which he's capable of doing. I'm pretty sure of that. But it's just, you know, you kind of, when something big happens, you're kind of waiting to watch and see what happens instead of playing a real game.
Right.
Now it's time to get going.
Evan Rodriguez winds it around behind Swayman all the way around to the far boards. Balinska skates it down into the corner and goes to the back of the net with a puck on his forehand. To Rodriguez along the near side. From the hash marks, takes a shot, sailed up and over Swayman, stays in play. Arvidsson with the outlet pass up ice. Here's Middlestat. Middlestat from the left circle, a shot. And Bobrovsky made the save, and that puck is cradled up between his arm and his body.
It's a pretty confident save, huh? Yeah. He's out there, and Middlestat's trying to get some separation, does, and gets a pretty good shot away. He's in good shooting position in between the dot and hash mark in that left wing circle. By the time he lets this go, tries to go high short side. And Bobrovsky out to challenge. I think he took that between like the blocker and the body, maybe up and around that area.
And he was outside the blue paint as he made that save. Jones lifts a face-off win out toward neutral ice. And it'll be brought into the Boston zone by Gadjevich, and his shot deflected up and out of play.
You know, we talk about when you want to draw in your own zone and you flip it and it goes for icing. Right? Well, Florida's mastered. You flip it out of the zone, but it doesn't go for icing. It just gets to the neutral zone, and the Bruins are going to back off nicely. They know that they're going to flip that puck out there. Lohrei knocks it down, but he can't control it. And all of a sudden, you've got two Panthers coming on you, and Gadjevich gets a chance.
Face off to Jeremy Swayman's left, near circle down to our right, and off the draw, it's Greer who's able to score on the short side.
You've got to be harder on the puck. I mean, this is a 50-50, or maybe even leaning towards a Bruins face-off win, and the Bruins are going to get to this first, but the Panthers take it right off the stick. Lorai's going to step in here on this face-off and try to get to this puck. It's a little friendly fire, gets knocked off his stick by, who was that? Jeannot trying to reach for it as well. And they get their signals crossed, and neither one of them comes up with it. Lorai was going to get it, and all of a sudden Greer quick on it, and from the base of the right wing circle goes high short side.
Yeah, Jeannot and Gadjevich were in a stick battle there, and Jeannot's inadvertently knocked it away from Lorai.
But you still got to be stronger on that stick, I think.
So it's a 2-0 Florida lead early here in the second period. As off a dump in, Bobrovsky will steer it around toward the far corner, taken there by Elias Lindholm as he tried to center it. Ricochets off Lundell and goes up and over the glass. It's the second goal of the season for A.J. Greer, the former Bruin. Boston in a 2-0 hole here on home ice.
But Gadjevich has something to do with that as well.
Yep.
Like you said, he's battling with Jeannot, and I think him and Jeannot are both reaching, and I think his stick position actually helps Jeannot push the puck off of Lorai's stick.
Here's Pasternak with a one-timer. Kick saved by Bobrovsky in the rebound. Geekie lunging for it. Put it wide of the net. Backhanded out of the zone here by Forsling. Elias Lindholm over by the Florida bench. Pass taken away by Forsling and dumped in towards Swayman, who slowed it up behind the net. Harris reversed it back around toward the far side. Elias Lindholm with a kick back toward Peak. Here's Harris from between the circle. Up the near side, Pasternak will help it forward. Lundell to it first inside the Florida zone. Gets shoved aside by Geekie. Geekie able to drag the puck free. Got it across just out of Pasternak's reach. Pasta's got it out near the blue line now. Turning with it. Backhands it toward the net, but kicked away there in front by Ekblad. Verhaeghe up the near side on a 2-on-1. Tried to get it across to Marchand, and Zadorov gets a skate on it. And pushes it ahead to Pasternak. Loaded into the Florida zone. Bruins getting some changes on here. Bennett will dump it in as he takes a shoulder from Corrali. Reinhart gets knocked down by Viel. Long pass across ice. Here's Pasternak trying to get it to Corrali, coming down the middle. It ricocheted back to Pasta, and his shot ends up going wide to the short side. Jokiharju gets it behind the net to him. Viel from a wide angle gets the shot in on Bobrovsky, makes the blocker save. Panthers will move the other way. Verhaeghe just inside the Boston line. Good play by Corrali to take a pass away, intended for Reinhart. Pastelik, approaching the attacking blue line, will dump it in. Viel hit on Jones near side boards. Lobbed out of the zone by Reinhart. Comes bouncing back toward Boston territory.
That was a better shift by that line, right? Pasternak had a chance. Geekie had a rebound opportunity. They controlled a couple of loose pucks.
McAvoy with a pass that didn't connect. That it's going to turn into a Bruins icing.
Yeah, looking for a spark from that top line. You know, Pasternak has 2 goals the other day. One of them on the power play, and the other one was actually with Kusnandinov.
Right,
on a 2-on-1. Yeah. But that was a set play off the faceoff where Pasternak got himself open in the high slot, got the one-timer away. Bobrovsky makes the save, but the rebound actually came to the other side of him, and Geekie quickly pouncing on it, just can't convert.
Off the draw, Greer will escape behind the Bruins net. Attacked that by Zadorov. Jones will backhand it back in behind. All the way around to the near side. Nikola down into the corner, trying to center. Taken away by Zaka. Zadorov from the far circle. Off the glass and out. It'll skip through everyone, and they'll whistle that an icing. Bruins wanted a change there, won't get it.
Some of those same guys have to stay out there now. You got some guys leaning over their knees coming back. It's a long shift for a few.
Zaka will stand in on the face-off, wins it back into the corner. Zadorov will lift it up the middle. Forsling able to hold the line against Pastelik. Now Zaka hands off to McAvoy. He'll skate it to the red line, try to dump it in, partially blocked. They do get it deep. And the Bruins will get the change they wanted. 15-10 to go here in the second. Zacha in on the forecheck against Ekblad. Down the far side, Rodriguez will push it out to center ice. Jordan Harris to Zacha. Tried to get it to Middlestat. That was knocked away. Middlestat sidesteps a check from Rodriguez at center ice. Around the near boards it comes. Samoskiewicz's clearing effort. Hit Middlestat. Kicks in down low. Zacha against Ekblad behind the net. Centering pass. And Forsling was right there for the Panthers. Two aside. They battle for it along the end boards. As Arvidsson knocked down Ekblad. Samoskiewicz will throw it out into neutral ice. Bouncing puck over by the Florida bench. Forsling will get it deep, and the Panthers will change. Harris to Middlestat in the near corner. Getting away from Marchand. Marchand's going to take a penalty here.
No, it's a penalty, I think. Was it Marchand?
Yeah.
I was watching by the bench. I thought they were going to call somebody by the bench for holding on to Peak over there.
Marchand hooked Middlestat as he tried to get away from him. And he'll go to the penalty box with 14:20 to go in the second. Bruins will get their second power play. And Marchand gets a roar from the crowd as he goes into the penalty box as well. So big opportunity here for the Bruins to try to get things going here offensively.
Middlestat helped draw that too. He knew it was there. That stick was there. Kind of chicken winged it a little bit. But why not?
Don't mind those reputation penalties when he's on the other side.
Well, I mean, that gets called a lot anyhow.
Sure. Face-off will be in the offensive zone.
There are definitely reputation penalties. I don't know if I put that one in that category. But
he's taken quite a few over the years. Pavel Zacha will take the face-off here to start the power play. And he wins it off the near wall. McAvoy walks it toward the center of the blue line. Pasternak from the near side hash marks. Sent one right through the slot. McAvoy to Pasternak again along the left circle. Good pass down low for Geekie. Didn't have a lane to get it in front. Pasternak at the top of the circle. Here's Elias Lindholm in the near corner. To get it back down low and does to Zacha. To Lindholm again. Can't find it in his skates. Jones can't get it cleared. Pasternak whips it across ice. McAvoy off the carom has it. Back to Pasternak near side. His pass deflected, but kept alive here by Geekie. Pasternak now backing down south of the hash marks. Geekie to McAvoy center blue line. Zacha back to McAvoy. Walks it to his right. Geekie top of the left circle. McAvoy center blue line. Down low Pasternak in front and broken up there by Mikkola. And the Panthers will get it cleared.
Yeah, most of that on the outside. They tried to go across the top of the crease that time quickly, and Mikkola, the lone defenseman, playing the quick 2-on-1, gets his stick on it.
Halfway through the Marchand penalty, 13-15 to go second period. Bruins down 2. Arvidsson and Middlestat get crossed up trying to gain the attack zone and wind up offside.
Yeah, that was there. It was actually decent coming to the blue line. Middlestat can't quite handle that pass.
Face-off just outside the Florida blue line. 51 seconds to go on the power play. Middlestat wins it back toward Lorei. It up and gets it right back. Gets it across the line here to Arvidsson. Lorei down along the near boards against Reinhart. Battle for possession. Ekblad can't get it cleared, but it kicks on to Lundell, and he'll bring it to center ice. And float soft one in towards Swayman. Haru up the right side for Arvidsson. Asimon skates it down the right circle. Tried to get it back to the point. It's picked off. Lundell will dump it in from the red line and head off on a change as Swayman plays it over toward the far circle for Haru. 10 seconds to go on a power play. Middlestat toward the red line. Sends it softly down the left wing board. Olinskis looking over his shoulder. Cuts away from Middlestat. Marchand comes out of the box. The Bruins off a turnover have it back. Arvidsson centering pass. Asimon shot forced off the outside of the net. And Rodriguez will break the Panthers out. Dumps it in off the back glass to the back of the net. Marchand in there after it against Harris. Rodriguez. Way behind the net. Heat takes away. Lobs out to center ice. This is away from Viel. Harris will regain back in the Bruins zone. Up the right side, Viel. One touch along for Corrales. Rally comes up across the line, cutting toward the middle, gets bumped off stride by Rodriguez. Puck out toward the red line. Verhaeghe gets hit hard by Zadorov along the near side. Petrie, though, got it into the right circle. His shot forced wide. Bennett had it knocked off his stick by Castellic. Puck comes across the ice for Corrali. He'll lift it into the Florida zone. Gloved down by Petrie, near side boards. It's Samaskevich getting it into the Boston zone, but Zadorov will take it from there. 11:13 to play, second period. Florida has a 2-goal advantage. Bennett got it back toward the blue line for Gadjevich. All the way around the glass, it comes toward the near side and hammered out of the zone by Biel, and that will go just far enough for an icing.
You know, we talk a lot about Marchand, but the fact that they were able to re-sign Bennett and Ekblad in the offseason, nobody thought they were going to be able to do that. And everybody thought maybe 2 of them, but not all 3. And Marchand ends up with a 6-year deal out of that. 6-year contract.
I mean, the talk here in Boston was, do they go for 3 years?
Exactly.
And he ended up with
2
6.
or 3.
And he got $5.25 million per on that extension. As the puck angled off the far boards, Mikkola with a shot that goes wide on the glove side. Biel gets the clear here. Kunin turns it right back up ice from his blue line. Bruins trying to sneak some changes on here as Greer comes down the right wing side into the corner against Jeannot. Puck around the far side. Gadjevich got it back down low. Greer takes a shoulder from McAvoy. Puck slipped away from Zadorov, but Boston will get it out. Come back in deep, and McAvoy goes to retrieve it in the corner. Long pass through neutral ice. Jeannot gathers in across the line. Here's Pasternak trying to find some space. Hands off to a cutting Zadorov. Down the left wing circle. Tried to go 5-hole on Bobrovsky. Closed the door.
Not sure where he was going. He hit him right in the panther, though.
Here's a shot by Pete.
It was a nice move. It was a really good move, and he attacked the net from the left side. If he was trying to go high, but there was nothing 5-hole. He could have had to go over the shoulder, if anything.
Bobrovsky freezes it, and we'll take a break with 10:03 to go here in the second period. Florida 2 and the Bruins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
As autumn's golden embrace transforms the landscape, Ira Mazda presents the Change of Season sales event. Lease a 2025 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid for $269 a month for 33 months or 1.9% APR for 60 months. Or hit the open road in the 25 Mazda CX-90 for $319 a month. So hurry into Ira Mazda today, because like the season itself, these offers are beautifully temporary. New England drives Ira. Includes Mazda Financial Services, MFS, lease cash, and lease bonus cash. $0 security deposit, tax, title, license, and dealer fees not included. Available to qualified customers on approved credit only by MFS. See dealer for full details.
Put a stop to what's bugging you with Burgess Pest Management, the trusted pest control company for me, Mike Felger. I use Burgess Pest Management, and you should too. Go to burgesspest.com.
In the spirit of Halloween, Awaken 180 is offering free consultations all month long. Learn how scary, easy losing weight can be for free. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, it's Beetle from my dealership, 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell, where you'll save thousands on all new Ram light duty, heavy duty, and ProMaster vans. Or choose the lowest lease payments of the year on all Ram trucks. Visit 495ram.com.
Builders, remodelers, and homeowners, listen up. Partner with one of the most trusted, independently owned lumberyards and showrooms around, Cape Cod Lumber and CCL Homescapes. Visit CCL's newly renovated kitchen showroom and get inspired as soon as you walk through the door. Explore the latest trends from the most reliable kitchen cabinet manufacturers in the industry. Check out dozens of color combinations and popular styles in our refreshed showroom in Abington. Visit us online at cclco.com or in person at CCL Homescapes in Abington. CCL, 100% employee-owned and operated.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
Fans, Bruins Authentics just dropped 2024-25 team practice jerseys, team stock gloves, and pants straight from the locker room. Visit BruinsAuthentics.com to shop the drop, and gear up like the pros. That's BruinsAuthentics.com. 10:03 to go, second period. Florida 2 and the Bruins nothing. Face off in the attack zone to the left of Sergei Bobrovsky. Off the draw, they tried to set up Geekie in the slot. Marchand broke that up. And Forsling will carry up the right side here for the Panthers. Shovels it deep into the zone. Around the near side from Lohrei. Pasternak trying to carry through neutral ice, and Ekblad took the puck away. Here's Marchand back across the line, but Squirted away from him, and McAvoy's got it. McAvoy. Pass to the right side, deflected away from Elias Lindholm and goes out of play. And he and Brad Marchand having a conversation over in front of the Bruins bench.
I don't know who he's having the conversation with, but somebody down there on the bench.
Anyone who will listen. Well, they'll face it off at center ice here with 9:36 to go in the period. Marchand assisting on the first goal of the night for Florida. His 7th point in 8 games to start the season. 3 goals and 4 assists. Deep in the Bruins zone. Kastelik. Pass into the middle for VL. Missed him, and that's going to go for another Bruins icing here with 9:20 to go in the period.
Couple chances here and there, but still kind of not a free-flowing game, I would say, right? Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, not quite as stop and start as we saw in Vegas and Colorado, but
yeah, that Colorado one unfortunately was I mean, when it was going, but there was just unfortunately a ton of whistles in it.
That will go deep in the Bruins defensive zone here, kicked along behind the net by Kastelik. VL got it to Corrali. He gets tripped up. And a penalty coming up here. Bruins with a chance, though. Kastelik short side, and Bobrovsky holds the post and the puck to draw the whistle. But Boston will get a power play chance when we come back with 9:02 to go here in the second period. It's the Panthers 2 and the Bruins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
We've all seen them. Drivers who are looking at their phones. Is there anything more crazy? It's like they're asking to be in an accident. And why are they even on their phones? To find better car insurance? That's easy. Just pull over and talk with an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you benefit from great coverage and great value. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZFM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. He's the media group station.
9:02 to go in the second period, just past the midway point. Florida has a 2-0 lead. Bruins will go to the power play for the 3rd time tonight as Nico Mikkola is sent off for tripping Sean Corrali. And off a face-off, Panthers able to get it cleared. Forsling sending one all the way down to Jeremy Swayman. Bruins going from right to left here in the second period. Zacha gets the drop from McAvoy. Pass intended for Pasternak is knocked away. Boston is on a delayed offside, so Forsling will have an easy time in clearing it all the way down. And now the Bruins regain from their own zones. Lindholm tapped it along for McAvoy. Pasternak on the right side finds Geekie. Floats one of Pasternak far circle, but Eklund got over there and made the play to knock it away.
Eklund coming over to help out his partner there to knock that puck off the stick of Pasternak before he gets the shot away.
Near blue line, Geekie walking it toward the near side. Try to backhand it toward Lindholm. It'll come around the boards toward the far side corner. Pasternak going in there hard against Lutheranen. Lindholm, top of the left circle. Back to McAvoy, center of the blue line. Geeky, top of the right circle. Tried to go all the way across again for Lindholm. Broken up by Kunin. Pasternak finds Lindholm near side circle. Down low, Pasternak walks it toward the side of the net. Trying to go top shelf over Bobrovsky. You get a piece of it. Elias Lindholm, center blue line to McAvoy again. 42 to go on the power play. Geeky, centering. Bounced away from Zaka, who was tied up against Forsling. And the crowd starting to get a little antsy. McAvoy near the red line will hand it off to Middlestat, is just on. Bruins changing the power play unit. Orai couldn't get the pass, and Marchand comes back short-handed. Marchand, crossing pass, Lundell! And from the right circle, the one-timer saved by Swayman. Puck stays in play. Middlestat will leave it behind the net to Orai.
Yeah, just all sorts of trouble for the Bruins, generating any kind of scoring chance. They had one maybe short side there by Pasternak, right? But
Arvidsson whipped one in front. Middlestat couldn't get a stick on it thanks to Jones.
Indecisive with their puck movement, not crisp at all.
Power play over. 6:50 to go in the period. Bruins down 2. Puck will come around the near side toward the Bruins' defensive blue line. Verhaeghe moved it through the middle. Kastelik takes away a pass from Lundell. Arvidsson lifts one into the air out towards center ice. Kastelik, one hand on his stick, able to tip it past Jones, and then goes in hard along the forecheck. Lost his stick, still able to keep that puck moving, kicking at it. Yell had it taken away. Bennett will carry the Panthers back ahead. Reinhart back in front looking for Bennett. Dorov had a body on him in front. Dorov going to carry it up through the red line and to the attacking blue. Dorov trying to center for Corrali. That puck deflected. Still loose on the far side. Petrie dealing with a down stick on the ice. Was able to lift it back toward Boston territory. Peak will volley it high through neutral ice and bounces back down in the Florida zone. Asamont putting pressure on down low. Okrist out of the far corner. Tried to reverse it. Hit Asamont in the skate. Mikey going to try and get it in front for Minton. That was blocked. Back to the point for McAvoy. His shot redirected in front line. Gordon Harris along the near side. Hook checked out toward neutral ice. Deneau to McAvoy. Pass directed back into the zone by Bennett. Now an outlet from McAvoy to Asamont with some space up the left side. Long shot in and out of Bobrovsky's glove. Jeannot keeps alive along the near circle. Steps in behind the Florida net. Knocked free. Asamont stopper far post. Bobrovsky holding the line. The whistle blows. The crowd goes crazy as the puck went in the net. But the official, Kelly Sutherland, waving no goal.
Well, he had a better view than we do because what blocked out by Bobrovsky was the puck loose? Was it covered up? Did he pitchfork his pad or skate into the net? That's another question.
The dust up between a few players on that far side as the officials were trying to calm everyone. Take a break here with 5:12 to go in the second period. Florida with a 2-0 lead here at TD Garden. On the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Feeding the Puck for Families is proudly presented by the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation. With every assist, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate funds to the Greater Boston Food Bank to end hunger here in our local communities. Up to $50,000. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Heading to a game at the Garden this season, just take the train to North Station. With commuter rail, kids 11 and under always ride free. And if the game's on a weekend, you can ride with $10 weekends. So don't be late battling traffic and parking. Yuck. Buy tickets from a conductor on board or with the M-Ticket app and take the train straight to the game.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HRV. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
The Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
5:12 left, second period. Florida has a 2-0 lead. Bruins thought they might have had one just before the break there, but play was blown dead.
That's the assumption anyhow. There's no review or anything. He definitely had the puck pinned up against that post at Bobrovsky, and Bruins were chopping away at it. I think eventually his pad maybe got pushed away from that puck, and the whistle had probably gone, or at least intended to go. Not a lot of argument from the Bruins. Some discussion, but not a lot of argument.
Yeah. Nikita Zadorov had a conversation with Kelly Sutherland during the timeout, and then skated over to talk to Marco Sturm. As the puck gets dumped in here behind Jeremy Swayman. We approach 5 minutes to go in the period. The puck comes to Luostarinen. Left it back toward the far point man Mikkola. Got the shot through. Kick saved by Swayman. Mikkola turnaround shot from the high slot. And he blockers that aside as well. Marchand. A bump by Harris. Still got it behind the net. A centering pass. And Swayman has to stand tall there against Lundell. Geeky pushes it across the Florida line. 2-1 toward the net. Bobrovsky made sure nothing doing there. Marchand goes on to Luostarinen. And he'll get it into the Boston zone, but right to Zadorov. Long pass ahead, and Lindholm couldn't slow it up. At the blue line. Yeah. Marchand slowly making his way up the near right wing side. Handed off to Rodriguez as he heads off for a change. Rodriguez able to pick Lindholm's pocket, but as the Panthers were changing, it was Marchand was in offside as he tried to go through the door of the bench.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
4:10 left here in the second period. 2-0 Florida. Face-off just outside the Boston blue line. Rodriguez beats Zacha on the draw. Forsling will dump it in. McAvoy sends it around far side. Arvidsson helps it out of the zone. Aaron Ekblad back to get it. Pass directs toward McAvoy, and as he tried to play it across the ice, that one is redirected up and over the glass, out of play. And both of these teams come into this game on 4-game losing streaks after having won the first 3 games of their respective seasons. Bruins coming off the 3-game road trip. Got back yesterday. Florida's been here since Saturday. They lost an afternoon game in Buffalo 3-0 on Saturday and spent the last few days here in Boston. But behind the Florida net here, Gustav Forsling has skated out toward his own blue line. All the way to the red. And then fires it down the left wing boards. Wrapping around toward the near side. Zadorov tipped it into the air. Trying to keep away from Verhaeghe. Biel gets toward the blue line. Can't get it out. Zadorov's got it back near circle. Getting harassed from behind by Verhaeghe. Right wing pass comes to Kastelik. Throws it to the net. Save made by Bobrovsky. And Biel very nearly carried that puck right into the net with him.
Went off his body, right? Going to the net on the far side. That puck came right into his body. And a good bounce. That thing's in the back of the net.
Rally brings back across the line. Far side circle. Arvidsson is shot. Bobrovsky the save. Couldn't corral it. It came squirting through the crease. And now the net dislodges behind Bobrovsky.
Verhaeghe have something to do with that net going off there?
I would have thought, but it looks like they're going to send the faceoff out of the zone.
Oh, okay. Good opportunity. I mean, Biel gets the first chance, right? He goes to the net far side. Zadorov skates this puck out of the zone, moves it to the right. Kastelik gets a shot away off the pad of Bobrovsky, and then off of Biel's body. He did a little puck luck there. Went back out, back into Bobrovsky, I should say. And then the shot from the right wing side. Bobrovsky can't handle the rebound. In the search for it, Bruins had a couple whacks at it.
And it was Biel who hit Verhaeghe and knocked him into the crossbar and dislodged the net. As Gadjevich throws a long backhander to Greer, tried to shoot. That blocked off of Middlestat. Race up ice for it. Arvidsson bearing down on Balinskis. Is able to hold him off. Puck gets through Gadjevich toward the near side, and Orai will lift it toward the attacking blue line, but they can't get it deep. Kunin got spun to the ice trying to get around Zaka, and the Bruins are going to go shorthanded here.
One-handed by Zaga. Everyone's kind of looking at the referees like,
Boston
really?
penalty number 18. 2 minutes for tripping.
Maybe both of them? And the stick gets in there, and he goes flying.
Oh. There's a nifty pirouette. And Zaga's stick kind of got between his legs.
Was in between his legs, but wow. Talk about selling it.
2:25 left in the second. 2-0 Florida in their second power play of the game.
Case for both of them to go on that one. Not to be.
Kastelik wins the face-off, and the puck will get cleared all the way down here by Zadorov. Bobrovsky looked the handoff behind the net. Jones overskated, had to go back and get it. Panthers moving from left to right on offense. Reinhart to center ice. Right wing pass, Samoskevich. He had a power play goal in the first period. He takes a hit from Zadorov. That loosens up the puck, and all the way back down to Bobrovsky it goes. 30 seconds into the Zaka penalty. Reinhart to Samoskevich. They look to reload. Taken away, and Zadorov goes tumbling over a fallen Samoskevich, but as he does, sends it all the way back down again. Jones gives to Reinhart. Through the middle on to Marchand along the left side. Around the near side it'll come. Reinhart gets back down into the corner. Samoskevich now out near the blue line near side. Pushes it back around toward that far hash marks. Marchand waiting over there for it. Jones playing catch with Reinhart. Goes back to Marchand. Top of the far circle along the wall. Jones again at the point. Now Marchand down low. Got through Samoskevich. Angles around the near boards now to Jones again. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Marchand shot with Reinhart in front. Tips and goes up and out of play in the far corner.
Not sure if that got through to Swayman or not. I think it might have, right? He made the save,
I think he got a piece of it with a glove.
Wouldn't have had that kind of action on it if it hit Reinhart in front. Possession, most of it on the outside. Take the outside shot, although Reinhart was alone in front when that shot was taken. Did it hit the bar?
A slow view of it.
Oh. Maybe he's melon.
Yeah, it might have gotten Swayman off the mask. 37 seconds left on the Zaka penalty. Minute 2 left in the period. Off the face-off. Bennett pulled it off the wall, but Kastelik will send it all the way down. Ekblad with Morale bearing down on him in the near corner of the Florida zone. Verhaeghe helps it back. Bennett on the far circle. Starts it with a cross-ice pass that was right between Rodriguez and Mustarina, but they do gain the attack zone, and the centering pass knocked away by Kastelik. To Corrali along the far boards. He gives to Zadorov, jumping up here shorthanded. Zadorov trying to carry it toward the slot. Glad got a piece of it. 25 seconds to go in the period. Zaka sprung from the penalty box. Bennett floats one in front. Swayman makes the save in tight on Mustarina. And we have a whistle from the official out at center ice. Going to call a penalty here.
Yeah, I'm surprised the referee inside the zone doesn't call that one if it is indeed a penalty. He had the best view of it, I think.
Elias Lindholm is going off for hooking. With 16.8 to go in the period, Florida will get another power play chance. Be their third of the game after they just finished one.
Pretty strong kill there by the Bruins, but now you start to put yourself in that position again. Right now, power play goals to start this game for the Florida Panthers. That was only their second one. This is the third one, right?
Yep. Off the draw. Puck will come toward the near side circle, and Corrali angles it off the near boards and all the way down the ice. 8 seconds left in the period. Jones will try for one last rush here. Across the red line, across the blue. Hands to Samoskevich. Send it through the slot. Untouched out of the far corner. Peak able to tie up Reinhart long enough to get to the horn. And through 40 minutes here at TD Garden, Florida has a 2-0 lead. They'll also have a minute 44 left of power play time to start the third period. So we'll step aside, back with our second intermission from TD Garden here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Electrical contractors, your crews have better things to do than sit in their trucks and name cloud formations. Let Granite City Electric Supply get your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery to your job site by 6 a.m. or pick up your materials with 24/7 access at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations. Let's face it, knowing your supplies will arrive at 2 p.m. doesn't help you in the morning. Experience the GCE Night Train difference from Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
We're just a few weeks into the football season and fans are fired up for what's ahead. But while the teams are chasing wins on the field, you could be scoring off it. Here in Massachusetts, 1 in 10 people have unclaimed property from things like uncashed paychecks, refunds from overpaid bills, forgotten savings accounts, and more. FindMassMoney.gov is free, easy to use, and only takes 30 seconds to search for your name. Don't leave your money on the sidelines. Visit FindMassMoney.gov today and claim your winnings. That's FindMassMoney.gov.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Hey, it's Felger here. Do you own your home? Are you thinking about renovating or even adding an in-law suite? If so, tapping into the equity in your home could be a cost-effective way to finance your project. To learn more, reach out to a loan officer at Cambridge Savings Bank. With competitive rates and expert knowledge of home equity products, CSB will explain your options and help you make an informed decision. Visit CambridgeSavings.com/home equity to see current rates. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID number 543370.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
Second intermission here at TD Garden. It's the Panthers 2 and the Bruins 0. And on the occasion of Brad Marchand's first game back at TD Garden since the March trade that sent him to the Florida Panthers, we're revisiting an interview that our colleague Judd Surratt did with Marchand back in February of 2024 as Marchand reflected on his career as a Bruin as he was getting ready to play his 1,000th game. Let's take you to part 2 of that interview now.
I was told one of your former teammates, one of them had told me that, I don't know at what point in your career, whether it was a player or a coach, or maybe it's been multiple players and coaches that said, if you want to play for a long time, you might have to change up a little bit of what you do. What got your attention?
Yeah, I talked to a lot of guys. Well, the one thing I always try to do is pick guys' brains, especially older guys. Probably my biggest, one of the biggest concerns or fears I had, as I went through and I watched, older guys who I felt were still good kind of get pushed out of the league. I always try to figure out why, or guys that were able to stick around and continue to have success. What they did different than other guys that were getting pushed out. And, that was probably one of the things that somebody said to me early on was, they want to control their destiny and walk away when they wanted to, and not, the game pushing them out. And I always had that mindset, and that's part of it, changing the way that you play, and that's something that Claude was always really big on me for. And then when Butchie came in, he gave me more of an offensive opportunity, and then when I played at the World Cup, I got a much higher level of confidence, and now it's just, I look at it kind of now as I did when I came into the league, is when you come in, you have to show and prove something every single day that you belong, and that, you got to earn your spot and not get sent down. And now as you get older, you have to go back to that again. Like, you're almost a rookie again, in the sense that they're trying to look for an excuse to get older guys out of the league and to push them out. And so you got to come in and show, like, you're not losing a step, or you're not getting slow, or you're not getting too old for the game. And, there's a large level of competitiveness and discipline that comes with that. But, I have the support system around me at home to, allow me to do what I have to do to make sure that doesn't happen. And, that's kind of the phase that I feel like I'm in now, is I still have something to prove every day. And, with Bergie leaving, the same thing. There's always something to prove and people to prove wrong. And, I feel like that's kind of been the backbone of what's pushed me early in my career, and same thing now. And especially with the Olympics coming up now, like, we get robbed of the last two, but the one thing that I won't let deter me from playing in that is my age. So, that's the next step. The next goal is to try to make that team, and on an individual level, and obviously team level every year, is to win a cup.
So, Marcia, I don't know how much of a music fan that you are, but if we were going to put together an album, Brad Marchand 1000, and we put together the greatest hits of games, what would be on that album? I'm guessing there are some that we know, and there might be a few that we don't.
There's been a couple of really good ones, obviously. I don't think you're going to compete with Game 7 against Van, and then World Cup was pretty special. And then that Toronto game is up there, obviously. Overtime game against Montreal. First goal in Buffalo would have to be up there as well. 1000th game would, be up there. Got to get there. But, so those would be kind of at the top of the list there.
Last two questions, and I really appreciate you being so generous with your time. You're going to become the 8th guy to do this in black and gold, to play all 1,000 games with the Bruins. I guess, what's it like to be grouped with those players?
It's very special. I really try my best not to pay attention to that stuff, or to look at it, or, because I've been caught up in things before, and looking at stats and looking at, numbers and all that, and I don't see a benefit of it. But, when you do step back and look at it, again, like, I never put myself in that category of these players that have done that, but to be able to look at the numbers and see that my name is, besides some of those guys, it's extraordinary. You don't ever, like, when I came in and had my first 20 games, I didn't know if I'd play a year in the NHL, let alone have my name up beside, guys like, Ray and Z and Bergie and all those guys. So it's very special. Again, not something I ever thought would happen or come true, but definitely proud of it.
In that interview from 2024, just before Brad Marchand played his 1,000th game in a Bruins uniform, we'd bring that to you as we help celebrate his return to TD Garden. Florida Panthers celebrating with a 2-0 lead at the end of 2 periods tonight. Mackie Samoskevich with a power play goal in the first period, just 61 seconds in. Marchand got one of the assists on that. And then former Bruin A.J. Greer with his second of the season early in the second period as the Panthers up 2-0. Time now for our Music of the Game, brought to you by Live Day to Remember and Yellow Card are hitting the road for the Maximum Fun Tour. See them at SNHU Arena Saturday, November 8th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines next, then we'll be back for the start of the third period here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Put a stop to what's bugging you with Burgess Pest Management, the trusted pest control company for me, Mike Felger. I use Burgess Pest Management, and you should too. Go to BurgessPest.com.
Celtics fans, join Felger and Naz tomorrow starting at 2 p.m. as they broadcast live from Hurricanes at the Garden on Canal Street with Miller Lite before the Celtics home opener against Philadelphia. Miller Lite, official partner of the Boston Celtics. Miller Lite, when it's game time, it's Miller time. Must be 21 plus, celebrate responsibly. For over 37 years, College Hype has been Boston's go-to for high-quality custom apparel. From screen printing to embroidery, they do it all. In-house with unmatched craftsmanship and lightning-fast turnaround. They're your one-stop shop for all your custom apparel. Whether it's for your school, business, or big event, they bring your brand to life with gear that stands out and lasts. Visit collegehype.com to see what the hype is all about. That's collegehype.com. College Hype, making a difference, one t-shirt at a time.
The wait is over, Massachusetts. Welcome to DBAT Metro South, your brand new home for baseball and softball. With over 200 locations nationwide, DBAT brings pro-style batting cages, hit tracks technology, and world-class instruction to the greater Boston area. Here, every swing, every rep, every lesson makes you better, rain or shine, all year long. DBAT's instructors teach, build confidence, and love for the game. Join the Founders Club for exclusive early member savings, perks, and prizes. So visit dbatmetrosouth.com and follow them on social. Train like the pros at DBAT Metro South.
Have you tried Good Stuff Smokehouse, New England's premier #1 barbecue destination? Well, I can tell you their barbecue is the best in the state, but now they've also added a brewery. In addition to their 150 whiskey and homemade sodas, come down to Good Stuff Smokehouse and try not only the best barbecue in the state, but their unrivaled beverage list. GoodStuffSmokehouse.com.
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
NHL scoreboard, third period right now. Devils over the Leafs 4-2. Tie game between the Oilers and Senators. That one just about to go into overtime. Islanders have a 4-3 lead over the Sharks. Penguins 5-1 over Vancouver. It's the Capitals 3, the Kraken 1. And the Kings, they have a 1-0 lead over the Blues in the second period. Tie game between the Ducks and Predators at 2. Blue Jackets have a 2-1 lead over the Stars. In the late night game tonight, the Mammoth host the Avalanche. And the NBA season tipped off with a doubleheader tonight. Rockets, they lead the Thunder 69-65. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. And later on tonight, the Warriors and Lakers tip off at 10 p.m. The Boston Bruins and Arbella Insurance are giving 12 youth hockey players the chance to be the Arbella Kid Captain. Joining the starting lineup on the ice for the national anthem, winners receive 4 tickets, a custom jersey, brand new equipment, and a VIP game day experience. Enter now at bostonbruins.com/kidcaptain. I'm Joe Murray. We'll have the third period next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
I'm Mark Tersey, president of Jackson Lumber and Millwork. Since 1946, we've been proud to supply quality products like AZEK Exteriors and TimberTech Decking.
For the look of real wood, look to AZEK Exteriors and TimberTech Decking. Their beautiful decking, railing, trim, and siding products are engineered to look, feel, and install like wood, but perform much better.
That's Brad Martineau, our Director of Purchasing.
Durable, eco-friendly, and stylish, AZEK and TimberTech products are perfect for moisture-rich areas like New England. They're mold, mildew, and moisture-resistant and backed by warranty.
Our mission at Jackson Lumber is to provide customers with top-notch service, quality materials, and the most innovative products in the industry.
A longtime AZEK and TimberTech partner, Jackson Lumber and Millwork can supply everything you need And our Jackson team will give you great product advice and superior service too.
Contractors, builders, and homeowners, visit Jackson Lumber and Millwork in Lawrence, Woburn, Amesbury, and Raymond, New Hampshire for all your residential remodeling or commercial building materials and supplies. Online at jacksonlumber.com. That's Jackson Lumber and Millwork, providing solutions and delivering results since 1946.
Do you ever scream at your screen when your 5G internet freezes? It's the worst. So why not switch to Astound? Wi-Fi that just works. With Astound Wi-Fi, you'll rage less, buffer less, and live more. Get Wi-Fi starting at just $25 a month, and for a limited time, get up to a $300 Amazon gift card. Astound Wi-Fi, it just works. Visit astound.com today.
For the best deal on any name brand tire, get to Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest price and the most free services, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And you know, I mean nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Is your fantasy team slowly becoming a nightmare? Don't just pick your favorite players, pick your favorite numbers. With new Keno games every 3 minutes. It's fast, easy, and just as exciting as watching a game-winning touchdown. Pick and play today. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Lowe's knows pros want more. Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free to get $20 off your first qualifying purchase of $100 or more just for signing up. Plus, enjoy free standard shipping and more ways to save on your next job. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid for new members only. Not valid with any other discount. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/pro loyalty for details. Subject to change.
This is Boston's home for sports.
It's time for This Date in Bruins History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
And they need a goal from Phil Kessel, who had 3 big clinching goals as a rookie last year. He was 4 for 7 in all. Here he comes with a chance to win it. Kessel stick handling down the middle. A shot and he scores! Phil Kessel wins the game. 1-0 Bruins in the shootout.
And this date in history taking us back to 2007. A 1-0 Bruins victory over the New York Rangers at TD Garden. Phil Kessel getting the only successful attempt of the shootout for either side after Manny Fernandez for the Bruins and Henrik Lundqvist for the Rangers had dueled for 65 scoreless minutes. Fernandez making 26 saves through those 65 minutes and another 3 saves in the shootout to get the victory. This date in history is presented by Blue Sky. Remember, if you have a property disaster, visit gobluesky.com. That's GoBLU Sky.com. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow. Bruins trailing 2-0 as we get ready to start the third period here at TD Garden. Early power play goal from Mackie Samoskevich, his second of the year from Brad Marchand and Anton Lundell, just minute 1 into the first period. And then A.J. Greer getting his second of the season from Jonah Gadjevich at 2:01 of the second. And that has Florida on top 2-0. And the Panthers will have a minute 44 of power play time to start the third period as well.
You know, they've had a couple good looks on the power play, decent looks. Like not even that one shorthanded Marchand setting up in the middle of the ice, and they got a one-timer away. Swayman's done a pretty good job here in this game. He hasn't been called upon to do a ton. You know, the Bruins trying to push at the other end. Bobrovsky's made some good, strong, solid saves. It's something missing right now from the Bruins, and you know, people are pointing to the offense, but just overall game, I think, right now. You know, a couple guys, again, have had rough, at least for 40 minutes, have had rough nights. And they're going to find it here in the third.
Bruins will defend to our left, shoot to our right here in the third period as the puck gets dumped in around behind Jeremy Swayman, and it'll be cleared all the way down ice. And good thing is Kastelik had broken his stick, so he's able to get a replacement. And at 25 to go in the Florida power play as they come up ice. Lundell winning the attacking blue line. Marchand wraps it around the far side. Skevich had the puck skip past him on to Kastelik, and he'll send it all the way down toward Bobrovsky. Seth Jones will carry it back through the neutral zone here for the Panthers. Gains entry along the near side circle. Toward the corner, Marchand whips it around the boards toward the far side. Look back down low and around to the near side, and Jones pinching down toward the hash marks against Janot. Puck comes back toward Janot, and he'll hammer it out of the zone. Marchand will chase back into the Florida zone. 44 seconds left on the power play. Over a minute into this third period. Bennett to Verhaeghe, moving in left circle, in front, Bennett! What a stop by Swayman! As Bennett nearly made this 3-0.
Yeah, if you're looking for some kind of jump, I mean, that's a terrific save. Makes Swayman moving from right to left that time. It's a give and go. Move that puck to the left-hand side. Bennett just goes right to the net, gets a return pass, and on the backhand tries to chip this puck past Swayman, and Swayman comes across left pad and glove and gets the glove on it. The beautiful give and go. And trying to get that puck up and over the glove, but it's kind of in an awkward position there as he gets it on the backhand.
Puck squirted through Ekblad at the right point.
Like, you're looking for a jump, right? I mean, Yale tried to give it to him with a fight. There hasn't been many hits or physical play in this game, so how about a big save to give your team a little bit of jump?
Puck came down toward Bobrovsky. He steered it away, and now Bennett brings it back in across the Boston line. Toward the top of the circle, knocked off stride by Corrali. Puck again sent all the way down. That'll do it for the Elias Lindholm penalty. So with 18:15 to go in the third, Bruins are back at full strength, but still trailing by 2. Panthers now 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. Go the back of the net and into the far corner. And his pass comes all the way back to Mikkola at the blue line. They'll play it down the wall. Verhaeghe trying to get it back to him. Angled in behind the net, Rodriguez back to Mikkola at the left point. Fires one off the back glass. Around to the far corner. Geekie had Pasternak streaking down the ice, but puck was knocked down.
Would have been tough to get it to him.
Yeah.
Forsling knocked it down anyhow.
Pasternak and Forsling collide after that as well. Mikkola dumps back in behind Swayman. Down the far wall, and Belinskas backhanded to the corner. Boquist held up against the boards by Zacha. Centering pass at the outside of the net. The scramble for it in front.
Another good save.
Kunin had that opportunity. Arvidsson brings the Bruins forward. Trying to cut through the left circle. It's knocked down by Belinskas. Puck will come back their way, and in front, they score! Middlestat tapped it on to Zacha, who had a wide open net, and the Bruins cut it back to a 1-goal game.
The play was made by Arvidsson, though. What a job by him. One-on-one, he got stopped there by Belinskas, but they stay on this puck. And that's going to be Arvidsson getting the puck free and putting it in front for Middlestat. Middlestat can take the shot if he wants. Bobrovsky has to come out and challenge right away from in tight. And it's just like a one-touch pass by Middlestat over to Zacha. Back door, empty net goal on Bobrovsky.
Second goal of the season, 7 point in 8 games for Pavel Zacha. And the Bruins have some life here.
They got the save they needed, the penalty kill they needed to start this third period. Now you got some life. Now you got some life in the building.
Lundell will rim it around behind Swayman, far side. Viel gets good body on Seth Jones. Helps that puck out to center ice. Comes right back in by Mikkola. Around the near side, it'll come for McAvoy. Long pass to center ice. Kicked ahead by Viel. And Viel takes one away from Mikkola. He's got Castaway going to the net. Bobrovsky able to poke check that away. McAvoy from the near circle. Down low, Corrali. Puck on his backhand. Gives it back to Lorok. McAvoy, top of the circle. Shot hit the crossbar. Penalty coming here against Florida. As Jones touches up, draws the whistle.
That's the type of shift you want after scoring a goal. Fourth line comes out. Puts the pressure on. Draws a penalty. Has a great chance to score. Only the poke check there by Bobrovsky, keeping that puck out on Kastelic.
Mikkola for cross-checking. Bruins' fourth power play of the night coming up, and a chance to tie it 3.5 minutes into the third period. So building some momentum here early in the third.
Yeah, tough call on Mikkola, but Bruins got to take advantage of it now, and the power play has not done much here at all today for the Bruins.
Face off down to our right far circle. Zacha won it. Pasternak from the top of the right circle. Whipped one across on a Geekie's backhand. Costa's got it back near side, and a shot with Zaka in front. Redirected into the far corner. Pasternak to McAvoy. One-timer snapped his stick. Panthers looking to clear. Lindholm along the far boards to keep alive. McAvoy returning with a fresh twig. Still tied up along that far circle. Now pulled free. They get it across to Pasternak, and it rolled over his stick. McAvoy's got it center blue line. He'll swap places with Pasternak down into the right corner for Geekie. Back to McAvoy at the right point. Backs it toward the center of the blue line. Swaps places with Pasternak again. Who's got it along the near boards. Back to McAvoy. He'll hand back to Pasternak, cutting toward that far side circle. Faked the shot. Moves down into the corner. Deals back up top. McAvoy looking for a lane to shoot. Blocked off by Kunin. McAvoy's got it now along the hash marks and into the corner near side with a minute to go in the power play. Zaka to Pasternak. Untimed to pass right through the slot. McAvoy gets it down low for Geekie. At the back of the net, dealing with Ekblad. It's tripped up going into the corner. Zaka hands off to Pasternak up top. Walking it toward the near side. Shot, score! Bruins with a power play goal, and we're tied at 2.
Now there's a balance there between being patient and trying to have a little bit of a sense of urgency. I think Lindholm's going to tip this one home. But there was some patience here. A couple shots blocked. Broken stick by McAvoy, but they do a great job, Geekie does, of keeping that puck alive on the far boards and allowing McAvoy to go back and get another stick and continue to pressure. A lot of movement up top between Pasternak and McAvoy. Eventually this shot gets through, and it's going to be tipped right at the hash mark. Low shot or low pass here by Pasternak. Gets tipped by Lindholm right at the hash mark in between the legs of Bobrovsky. Third play, which has really struggled today, comes through here to tie it.
Third goal of the season for Elias Lindholm. All 3 of them have come on the power play. 3 of the 5 power play goals the Bruins have scored this year.
So credit the saves made by Swayman on the power play, especially the one on Bennett. They finish killing the penalty. Fourth line comes out. Offensive zone shift. Draw the penalty. Tough one on Mikko, but draw the penalty.
Here's off a face-off, a chance right in front. Samoskevich with a backhander, and Swayman another big save. Cleared by Jeannot. Arvidsson coming to the Florida zone, gets knocked down into the corner, but stays with the puck against Petrie. Still digging for it, able to get it free, but then gets bumped off of it as he ran into Boqvist. Jokiharju will dump it right back around the boards. Arvidsson sets up Zadorov for a one-timer. Bobrovsky stick save. Samoskevich shoved by Arvidsson along the far circle. Middlestat trying to keep that puck in the zone. Panthers will get out now. Bounced away from Boqvist in the neutral ice, but he'll get it deep, and Swayman backhands it along toward the near side circle for Jokiharju. Errant pass. Mikkola will send it back around the boards. Zadorov tipped it up into the air, and that is going to wind up at the first row. And it was deflected on the way out. So no penalty, and now Reinhart comes over and shoves Zadorov, and everybody's going to pile in.
It started with Kastelik and Bennett, then Zadorov came in and gave him a shot, and then Reinhart came in.
Officials trying to get everyone to simmer down. One's really paired off coming out of that pile, and now we got a wrestling match that spills to the ice. Linesman trying to pull the 2 of them apart. Everyone else is standing and watching at this point. So 14-16 to go in what is now a tie game. And the crowd really enjoying the last 6 minutes of this one.
See how the penalties get doled out here, though.
Kelly Sutherland's about to tell us.
Boston penalty number 48. Boston penalty number 91. Florida penalty number 9. And Florida penalty number 13. All 2 minutes each for roughing.
Sounds about right.
So Bennett and Reinhart for Florida. Biel and Zadorov for the Bruins. All will sit for the next 2 minutes. The goal-scoring Zaka from Middlestad and Arvidsson at 2:46. Exactly 2 minutes later, the power play goal from Elias Lindholm from Pasternak and Zaka at 4:46. Getting this game tied. So after all that, face-off will come outside the Bruins zone.
Yeah, they'll stay 5-on-5.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You know, listen, Kaslik and Bennett were having words. Zadorov came over and gave Bennett a shot. Reinhart jumps in, and then that just threw everybody in. A couple of wrestling matches.
Off the face-off, puck controlled by the Bruins. McAvoy working to Corrali coming into the attack zone. Try to shoot from the top of the right circle block. Marchand loose to Riemann and go backhand deep into Boston territory. Swayman went out behind the net. Couldn't wait for it long enough to get to the trapezoid. McAvoy cleared it around the near boards. McFlad has got it through Corrali. Marchand and Kastelik collide. Free puck Corrali. Here's McAvoy. High slot shot. And Bobrovsky able to squeeze that one against his body. They tried to sneak it through there on the stick side. We'll take a timeout here with 13:47 to go in regulation time. It's the Bruins 2 and the Panthers 2 here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The three-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hey, Ryan Williams here with 128 Plumbing, Heat, and Cooling and Electric, home of Finish Strong Friday. And at 128, we are proud to be local and independently owned since 1992. And this year, we're excited to announce that we are now certified Evergreen, which is a certification that speaks to long-term commitment and remaining privately held, with a focus on people over short-term profits and exits. Learn more on our website or social media at call128.com.
Apex Entertainment in Marlboro is 100,000 square feet of pure fun. This is New England kicker Andy Borgalis, and this season, with every field goal I kick, Apex will be donating $100 to support autism education and research at the New England Center for Children. Check out Apex on social media or go to apexentertainment.com.
Sports fans and collectors, the Greater Boston Sports Collectors Show is back October 31st through November 2nd at Shriners Auditorium in Wilmington. Meet sports legends Irving Fryer, Tim Thomas, Ellis Burks, and more. Plus, over 300 sports memorabilia tables. For details, go to gbscconvention.com.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
Elias Lindholm's power play goal to tie the game is tonight's electric play, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to gcenighttrain.com to order. 13:47 remaining, 2-2 game here at TD Garden. And off the face-off, Lindholm from the far circle trying to one-time a puck as it fell at his feet. Geekie tried a shot from the slot. That was blocked off. And the Panthers will clear the zone.
I feel like it took 40 minutes for the game to finally heat up a little bit. Finally get a little nasty. Finally get a little...
Had a weird feeling for a Bruins-Panthers game. Yep. Pasternak goes down, trying to go into the Florida zone. Bruins going to go right back to the power play.
Can't see a whole lot of argument in that one from Rodriguez, right? No. Maybe a little word, but I don't. There's really no argument there.
Yep. Got the stick right in the skate of Pasternak. So Bruins back to the power play after they scored the power play goal to tie it. This will be their 5th chance of the night. 1 out of 4 so far.
Yeah, even through 2 periods, it just, Florida was up 2-0, but it really didn't have a feel. They weren't dominating, but the Bruins weren't doing much the other way either.
Off the face-off win, Ekblad fires one all the way down the ice. McAvoy will come back and get it. behind Jeremy Swayman. Bruins are moving from left to right here in the third. McAvoy wheels it back towards Zacha. Lindholm back to Zacha. McAvoy try to one-touch it back, and
Sitting on that.
Luostarinen coming ahead short-handed. Took the shot. Blocker saved by Swayman.
They were sitting on that second pass through the neutral zone, waiting for it.
Puck kicked back towards Swayman by Kunin. Swayman lunging out between the circles, able to knock that puck up the middle and out of the zone. Forsling will dump it back toward the Bruins net with 1:20 to go on the power play. McAvoy, long pass ahead for Pasternak. We got a piece of it. Goes in wide of Bobrovsky. Chance to clear for Mikkola, and he'll hammer one off the near glass and back down ice. Zacha quickly to get it to McAvoy. Touched it back towards Zacha coming up the middle. Right wing pass to Geekie. Rolled over his stick, gets it back. Around the boards it goes to the far side. Pasternak hands it back to Lohrei at the left point. On to Arvidsson near side. Back to Lohrei. Kept it moving along for Pasternak. Backhands a pass toward Geekie far circle. Can't connect. Lohrei keeps it in center blue line. Arvidsson in a wrestling match with Marchand along the near boards battling for possession with 38 to go in the power play. Puck gets cleared. Lundell has half a step on Lohrei as they come into the Bruins zone. Lohrei able to turn him away from that puck. Arvidsson stumbles but able to one-hand it along to Jokiharju. Right side Middlestat just across the line. Left side. Eyssimont tried to get it in front of his block. Tries to stuff her and the puck slipped away from him as he came around near side.
Gonna take that shot if he gets it back again.
Arvidsson gets knocked down by a stickless Ekblad behind the Panther net. 10 seconds to go with a man advantage. Puck is underneath him. Eyssimont can't get his stick free as the puck was in his skates, and then he's trying to tuck it in near post, and Bobrovsky able to drop the glove on top of it with 1 second left on the penalty to Rodriguez.
Yeah, okay, so you got to face up here on the right wing side to the left of Bobrovsky with that 1 second. You got to be aware as a defenseman, right? I think Eyssimont would have liked to have that one back. He's in a pretty good shooting position inside the dot, left wing circle. He tried to make that pass back across for a backdoor try. Passed up a good opportunity there.
And a release 2 men aside from the penalty boxes here. Viel and Zadorov, Bennett and Reinhart have all served their roughing minors. Rodriguez will be out in 1 second to even things up, get everybody back to full strength with 11:21 to go. Kastelik will take the attack zone face-off against Bennett. Near circle to our right. And off the draw, Panthers pull it back toward the corner. Rodriguez is out. Deneau able to gain possession here for Boston behind the net. Corrali, centering pass, and Rodriguez was there to take away. Go backhand out of the zone, and that one rolling down into Boston territory. Won't go far enough for an icing. Peak gave it to Harris, back to Peak near circle. Rink wide pass finds Corrali up the left side. Corrali cuts in across the line, moves to the left circle, fires a shot. Bobrovsky made the save, rebound was there for a moment. But the Panthers clear it away, and that pass out of the zone missed Reinhart. That'll turn into a Florida icing with 10:43 to go.
Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Lindholm, Geekie, and Pasternak will come out for the face-off in the Florida zone with 10:43 left in a 2-2 game. Geekie will match up against Kunin on the draw and wins it, but it's stolen by Verhaeghe. They'll push it up the left wing side. Panthers getting some changes behind the play here. Elias Lindholm. Move it toward Geekie. Directed back toward Lindholm. Now Pasternak's got it far side. Pasternak. Knocked down by Verhaeghe. Got the puck center blue line to Jokiharju. His shot down the middle gets knocked down in front. Forsling will clear it. Dorov at center ice. Off the near boards to Geekie and dumped right back in. Around the far wall. Lundell. Play back toward that far side. Here's Marchand. Puck on his stick coming out through neutral ice. And now Luostarinen able to get behind Lohrei and shoots and scores. And Lohrei smashes his stick over the back of the net as Florida takes a 3-2 lead midway through this third period.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice play by Marchand. And Luostarinen gets the step here on Lori. Lori can't contain him, and there's your frustration. I mean, that's just a little flip pass through the neutral zone, and just got to be harder on the stick, harder on the body, better on the angle in so many different ways there. And Lucerina just fights through it and just under the bar on the blocker side of Swayman. Second assist of the game here for Marchand. And a nice little saucer, backhand saucer in the neutral zone.
And first goal of the year for Eetu Luostarinen. So the Bruins down a goal as that puck goes out of play, and we'll take a timeout. 9:57 remaining in regulation, and Florida has retaken the lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Good news, homeowners. Over the last 5 years, home values have increased more than 40%. Bad news, homeowners. Some of you haven't adjusted your insurance to cover your home's increased value, which means a natural disaster could also be a financial disaster. Relax, people. Talk to an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you have the coverage you need today to ensure a happy tomorrow. Safety insurance will help you manage life storms.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor, but try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Champions play here. The Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZFM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. He's the ED station.
9:57 remaining here in the third period at TD Garden. The Florida Panthers have a 3-2 lead after the Bruins came back from a 2-0 deficit earlier in the period. Luostarinen at 9:58 from Marchand and Ekblad, putting Florida back in front by a goal. Face off in the offensive zone, and it'll be Arvidsson to take it against Bennett. Off the draw, puck kicks into the corner. Mikkola played it up the wall. Arvidsson in a battle with Verhaeghe. Middlestat near the top of the circle. Swept away from him. Verhaeghe gets the clear. Dumped in by Zadorov. Around the near boards it'll come. Jokiharju pinching down the wall to keep it in. Got it on to Middlestat. Here's Arvidsson trying to get it out in front. Knocked away before he can get a backhand shot away. Jokiharju, center blue line to Zadorov. Moves it toward the far side. Blocked off in the far circle by Jones. Around the near side it comes, and Arvidsson just below the hash mark. Zacha hit it off the outside of the net. Comes back toward Mikkola, gets through him. Zacha trying to force it out in front. Ricocheted free, and Middlestat couldn't get a stick to it. Now a shot by Zadorov. That's blocked by Mikkola in front. He's hurting a bit as he heads back toward the bench.
That's a good block by Mikkola. He got down on one knee. Zadorov was in really good shooting position, low in the slot, just above the hash marks to get that shot away.
Kastelik moves it up ice. VL behind Ekblad. Pushes the puck in behind the Florida net. Corrali will push it back around toward the near side. Peek down toward the hash marks against Lundell. Puck volleyed over his head now, and it'll be Harris to chase it back into the Boston zone as it comes up shy of an icing. 8:35 to go in regulation. 3-2 Florida leads it. Each team trying to snap a 4-game losing streak.
Swayman put a little stick on Marchand. Marchand swatted it away. Marchand was providing some token pressure.
Harris gives it a peek at the near circle. Up through center ice, Corrali. Can't chip it past Forsling. Will come back toward Peak near the red line. He backs up. All the way to the near circle, the Bruins zone. Harris far side. Deep off the near boards to Kastelik, and he'll get it deep and head for a change. Balinskis chased by Corrali in the far circle. Pasternak kicked it free. The Panthers will survive that as Samaskevich comes back through the neutral zone. Hands off for Boquist, and his pass just out of Rodriguez's reach. Rodriguez along the near side boards. It's wiped out. Boquist came sliding into him. Balinskis
some help. Some help.
Threw it back down toward the corner. McAvoy sent it around far side. Nobody over there. Now Rodriguez gets to it first. Takes a heavy hit from Zadorov. And then Elias Lindholm comes crashing into him as well. McAvoy will clear it up the near boards. And that will just make it far enough for icing with 7:18 left.
That last shift had Zadorov and McAvoy out there together. It's usually McAvoy and Lori.
Lori. And beaten on that go-ahead goal. Have not seen Fraser Minton at all in this third period.
Played a few shifts in the second. Played his regular shift in the second, but has not played a shift here in the third.
Marco Sturm making some moves here in this third period. Geeky wins the face-off. McAvoy got it from Zadorov. McAvoy's pass picked off by Bennett for a long backhander, saved by Swayman and no rebound. McAvoy exchanges pleasantries with Reinhart after the whistle. Cooler heads will prevail there. Fans come out to TD Garden on Thursday night. Bruins will take on the Anaheim Ducks at 7 p.m. and it's Hockey Fights Cancer Night presented by Mass General Brigham. Don't miss the action. Get your ticket. You get a defensive zone face-off here. Battle for it, and the Bruins come away with it. No, had it knocked away, but comes right to Minton. He'll bring it through neutral ice and get it deep. Bobrovsky went out behind the net and fanned on it. Minton takes a hit in the near corner. Puck on to Jeannot. Back to Pete for a one-timer. Finds the backboard. Thrown back toward the net from a wide angle by Harris. Kicking around in front. And the Panthers will get it clear. Pete goes quick up here to Asamont. And it's going to be whistled offside. Waiting for that puck to get to him and just got a little over-anxious, apparently.
Did he, though?
I didn't think so, but the linesman on the far side thought he did. Didn't look like Mikey thought so either.
No. In real time, I didn't think so, but could be wrong. They have a better view than we do.
They do.
Now, if it's this blue line,
I was going to say, that blue line,
it's the far blue line. So, blue line right by the Bruins bench, we've got a pretty good look.
Face off just outside that Bruins blue line with 6:41 to go. And Corrali pulls it back into the zone here. Jokiharju. Zadorov, pass up the left side. Batted ahead by VL. Forsling will volley it back toward the Boston line. Jokiharju gloved it down, but then Marchand helped to knock it free, and Jokiharju able to recover as the puck came back in Marchand's direction. Corrali will work the Bruins forward. Flips it to the right side. Kastelik gloved it into the attack zone, and the Bruins aren't going to play it. Marchand comes in and plays it, so they'll wave that off.
Kastelik just got an elbow from Ustarina. I don't know if it was intentional. He's kind of on his back that time.
Look around the far boards, and Lundell lifts it out of the zone. 5:55 left in regulation. 3-2 Florida. McAvoy from his own blue line fires it ahead for Arvidsson. Arvidsson had to chase it into the far circle. Middlestat out of the corner, tried to center for Zacha. Couldn't get it there. Samaskevich will lob it back out. Bouncing puck, McAvoy. To deflect off of Rodriguez. Free in the neutral zone. Boquist will get it back toward Rodriguez near side. Bump in hit the linesman. And then the puck gets lifted over the glass and out of play. And we'll take a stoppage here with 5 minutes and 26 seconds to go. Florida Panthers 3, Bruins 2 here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HRV.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hey, it's Corey Wade, Regional Project Director at Blue Sky Restoration Contractors. If you experience a large-scale property loss, Blue Sky is the only company you need. We coordinate the work of building and environmental consultants, architects, and engineers so you don't have to. At Blue Sky, we have a unique workflow which emphasizes timelines, communication, and project information so you're never left wondering what's next. So when disaster strikes your property, don't panic. Just visit go.blusky.com and we'll take it from there. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
We roost it top shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston Pregames with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
The game is on the Sports Hub.
Bruins trailing 3-2, 5:26 to go. There have been 4 assists on those 2 Bruins goals, and with those feeds, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates another $400 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. This was a 2-0 Florida lead after 2. 2 early goals in this period from Pavel Zacha and Elias Lindholm to get it tied, but Eetu Lustarinen's goal at 9:58 is the difference right now. Former Bruins captain Brad Marchand's first trip back to TD Garden since the trade. He has assisted on 2 of the 3 Panthers goals. Off the draw, Bruins control the puck from their own zone. Moving from left to right. Zadorov's going to carry it all the way to center ice. Chip it down the right wing side. Goes to get it himself in the corner. Sends it around to the far side. Geekie rotated back to the blue line. He'll get it deep to Pasternak at the back of the net. Stepping out toward the far circle. Tried to get it in front. Knocked away and cleared out. Reinhart chasing Jokiharju back deep in the Boston territory. Zadorov gets a pass out of the zone to Pasternak. Right side for Elias Lindholm. Can't gain entry thanks to Forsling. Here the red line. Bennett tried to poke it for a cutting Verhaeghe, but couldn't get it. The team's getting some changes on here as McAvoy lifts one back toward Bobrovsky. Cut off by Ekblad. On the near side of the neutral zone, Kastelik runs Luostarinen into the wall. McAvoy to Harris. Back for McAvoy. Had to turn back to get it. 4:25 to play. Harris to the red line. Drives one in toward Bobrovsky, who knocks it down and plays it back into the corner. Jones will clear, but that will go for a Florida icing. Whistle with 4:13 left.
Good advantage here, right? Although, you know, Lindholm was the guy that had been winning a lot of faceoffs coming into this game. After 2 periods, he was 0 for 8 in the faceoff circle, which is amazing compared to based on what he's done already early this season in the dot.
Yeah, he's 0 for 9 right now. Morgan Geekie has...
They're going to take this to center ice? And what's the reason for that?
I don't know. Yeah, Geekie has ended up taking 7 face-offs tonight, and he's 6 and 1.
Well, they negated the icing call and brought it back to center ice.
Not really sure why. No explanation.
Goes back to that play the other day, right, where they called icing, the puck never even made it to the goal line.
Right.
Like, that should have come back to center ice,
yes,
right?
It should.
Yeah.
And it did not.
No.
Puck deep in the Bruins zone. On the stick of Andrew Peeke. 3:55 left. Puck on to the near side for Arvidsson. They had to back it up from the red line. Gets it right back from Peeke. Now lifts it on.
Up the Panthers just stacking it up in the neutral zone there. Almost like a 1-1-3 in the neutral zone. Kind of a hybrid of that.
There's Arvidsson from the red line with a lane to drive it around the boards. Rodriguez lifts it back out.
Live it out. And since that goal, Lorai's gotten one shift about 29 seconds. And this is Harris and McAvoy out there together now.
Oakvist fighting his way to the Boston line. Will get it deep. Swayman at the back of the net. Try to backhand it toward McAvoy. Got cut off. Oakvist has it back far circle with a shot. Pad stop and the rebound. Samoskevich from the seat of his pants couldn't get the backhander on net. We hit 3 minutes to go in regulation. Bruins got to find another one to tie here. Comes back toward the corner. Harris, they'll bring it behind the Boston net. Florida getting some changes on up ice. Harris throws one forward, tipped off the stick of Reinhart toward Bobrovsky. Comes around the near side. Reinhart pushes it past Jokiharju. Pasternak will retrieve back at his own blue line. To Zadorov. Jokiharju with just about 2.5 minutes left. Pasternak from the red line sends a short hopper in on Bobrovsky, who fills it off toward the far corner. Ekblad eats it over there. Iki trying to dig it free. Costa digging in there as well. Comes back towards Zadorov at the blue line, but can't get it through Reinhart, who juggles it out toward the red line. Hands off to Bennett. Here's Verhaeghe across the Boston line. Now Bennett along the near circle turns with it. Brings it to the top of the face-off circle. Took a shot that went wide. Off the far boards, Middlestat will pick it up and go. Rink-wide pass for Zadorov along the near side. Up against Mikkola just inside the Florida zone. Middlestat in the right wing corner. Turns it back toward the blue line, but it got cut off by Bennett. He can't get it through. Zadorov came bouncing back down low, and Arvidsson cracks it into the corner. Here, yep. Extra skater on. Zadorov to McAvoy. To Pasternak from the left dot. Shot gets blocked up into the netting, out of play.
Now you can get it sorted out, get the people, the personnel out there. You got a couple of tired bodies who are battling for pucks in that offensive zone. And now you get, whether you want a timeout, you don't have to use it because you've got probably the people you want to be on the ice had been on the bench. McAvoy just got out there. Yeah, they will call a timeout.
They are going to call a timeout. Steve Spott's got the dry erase board out with 96 seconds to go in this one. Panthers leading it 3-2, and both of these teams trying to snap 4-game losing streaks. Bruins try to draw up something to get it tied after coming from 2 goals down earlier in the period.
Well, the question is, who do you want to take this face off? This is interesting who they're talking to right now. Right now, it's standing on the ice is Arvidsson. No, he's going off. Okay. So, yeah, Geeky, Zacha, Lindholm, Middlestat, Pasternak, and McAvoy.
So it's your first power play unit plus Casey Middlestat. 6 on 5. Minute 36 left.
Well, Middlestat's got to take the draw, right? I mean, yeah. I guess Zacha could take it over there too, but Middlestat's had pretty good success so far this game when he's taken them.
Yeah, he started the night on wing. Off the face-off, McAvoy. Got it back over to Pasternak. One-timer rebound, score! Geeky! And we're tied at 3.
Middlestat wins the draw. They get this puck back. McAvoy looks like he's going to go a pass into the right wing circle. Instead, he reverses course and makes the pass back against the grain into the left wing circle for Pasternak. And Pasternak lets the one-timer go, gets it through. There's a rebound, and it's kept alive by Middlestat, who moves the puck back out in front for Geeky. And Geeky's going to push this one home. Nice play by Middlestat. Not only winning the draw, but then having the presence of mind to make that quick little pass out to Geeky, who's parked right at the top of the crease. 2 nice plays by Middlestat this period.
Casey Middlestat was a healthy scratch on Sunday, and Marco Sturm said this morning he wanted to see a response from him. 2 assists here in the 3rd period to help tie this game. 1:20 to go. Corrali kicks it into the right wing corner of the Florida zone. Along the near wall, they battle for it. 3rd of the year for Geeky. Boy, did he need that one, too. As it comes back into Boston territory, Jokiharju will get it. We come down to the final minute of regulation. Long pass up the left wing side. Middlestat just across the line. Try to center it. Kick back toward the blue line, and it'll come out. Kastelik backs it up to McAvoy. 47 seconds left here in regulation. Pete plays it up the near wall. Middlestat. Pass over to the far side for Arvidsson. In across the line. Centering for Zacha, who was engaged there with Forsling and couldn't get a stick on it. Now the pass back the other way. Centering pass here for Verhaeghe. Hit the post. Ricocheted free, and they score. With 25.7 seconds left, the Panthers retake the lead 4-3.
Well, Verhaeghe's going to get credit for this goal. I don't know how this puck goes in. It ricocheted off the post, and it goes off the skate of Peak. I mean, that was as strange a goal as you'll ever see. This is a shot. Peak tries to bat it out of harm's way, and it goes off of his skate and basically back into the empty net. It's a bouncing puck, and I can't, it's hard to explain. It went out the other way into the right wing circle to the left of Swayman, and Peak tried to bat the puck. Instead, it goes right off of his left skate, and it's well outside the net, and then it ricochets so hard back into the net. A bizarre goal.
Wow. Boy, when puck luck is against you, they're trying to fix the clock here before they drop the puck. But it'll be Carter Verhaeghe who gets the goal, his second of the season. And after coming from 2 goals down in the third and then getting the late goal to tie it after falling behind again, the Bruins trail 4-3 with less than 30 seconds to go.
I'm not sure what they're looking at here.
They're just trying to fix the clock.
Okay.
Because it's showing 2 minutes and 60 seconds right now. Right. So I think they were trying to reset it.
I mean, Verhaeghe's he's laughing on the bench. He can't believe he scored a goal here.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit the post. He had a great opportunity.
Yeah.
But it's a bizarre goal. I mean, do you start with Swayman on the bench right now?
I mean, with less than 30 seconds to go,
this is a blessing, actually. It's taken a little while for this clock to get back to where it should be. Give him a chance to try to compose himself a little bit. I mean, Swayman's standing between the hash marks. If they get possession off the faceoff, he's gone. I mean, Peak, who's a pretty reliable defender, and I feel bad for the kid because he's like, it's a bizarre goal.
Not a whole lot you can do there. I mean,
I don't know. Do you have time to stop it, settle it, and move it? I mean, easier said than done from up here, but it's a bouncing puck, and he tries to. I mean, he just takes a swipe at it, but he's all the way. He's in the circle to the left of Swayman. He's not even close to the net.
He's almost out by the dot.
In between the dot and the hash mark.
Now, Swayman was all the way over this side of the crease, out, being aggressive on the initial shot, which hits the post and rockets to the other side. So he didn't have a chance to get back before
he's
that
squared
puck
up to
comes
the
back.
initial shooter. That was Verhaeghe.
Kelly Sutherland, the referees, on a headset. They've been trying to get the clock reset here, but showing 2 minutes and 65 seconds now.
Yeah, they're going to try to improvise. I think
he dropped the puck.
Yeah, there's no clock at all. So
crowd's murmuring.
On a stopwatch on it, maybe.
Puck will direct into the attack zone here. Swayman goes to the bench. Mikkel is going to get the clear. Pasternak knocked it down with a high stick, played by the Panthers, so they'll wave that off. Marchand able to tip it into the Bruins zone. McAvoy sweeps it out from the slot to Lindholm. Cross-ice pass to Geekie. Gets it into the Florida zone, but Mikkel steers it away. It'll come back toward the Boston line. McAvoy up the right side. Middlestat tips it in. Jones is there. They blow the horn, and I guess that's it. Bruins come from behind twice in the third period, only to see a strange goal give the Florida Panthers the 4-3 victory as the Bruins fall for the 5th straight time, and the Panthers end their 4-game losing streak. We'll be back to TD Garden in a moment on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
When it's really cold, you'll feel it in your bones. And your house will feel it in its pipes. Of course, if your pipes burst, you're going to feel it in your wallet, too. That's why Safety Insurance offers discounts to Massachusetts and New Hampshire homeowners if you have water leak devices or freeze detection systems. It's smart to think safety first. Ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life storms.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season helps score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor, but try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary by location.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Now the pass back the other way. Centering pass here for Verhaeghe. Hit the post. Ricocheted free, and they score. With 25.7 seconds left, the Panthers retake the lead 4-3. A bizarre finish to this one. Florida wins it 4-3 after multiple third period comebacks for the Bruins, who trailed 2-0 going into the third period. Overcame the 2-0 deficit, tied the game at 2. Florida went back in front midway through the period. Geekie ties it with just under a minute and a half to go, and then Verhaeghe gets credit for the game-winning goal unassisted, which hits the post, hits Andrew Peak, kicks back into the net, and that ended up being how the Bruins fall again tonight.
You know, well, both teams say, all right, you know, we need these 2 points. We need these 2 points. We've lost 3 games in a row coming into this one, and 4 games in a row coming into this one. The emotion of Marchand coming back into this building, his raw emotion when they did the tribute for him at the first commercial break. It took a while for this game to percolate, and you know, Florida ends up 2-0. before the third period starts. And then the Bruins have a big kill, a great save by Swayman, and then a really good shift by the Zacha, Middlestat, and Arvidsson line. Make the game 2-1. Next shift, fourth line comes out, draws a penalty. Power play comes out. They hadn't done anything all night, really, and then they score. That's Lindholm on a tip from Pastrnak. Now you've got a 2-2 game. You're looking pretty good. But a play that's really just too soft in the neutral zone, and it allows Luostarinen to go in and bury it. Now they're up 3-2. Bruins battle again. Pull the goaltender. Call timeout. Set up a play. I don't know if it's the exact play that they set up, but they got the chance that they wanted. I mean, that's Pastrnak on a one-timer. I would think that that's a pretty good opportunity. That was what they wanted. Yep. And he got it, and then they tracked it down after it. And a nice pass by Middlestat out to Geekie. They tie the game at 3. And, you know, I know it's a fluky goal scored by the Panthers, but the fact that, you know, that Verhaeghe, one of the most dangerous shooters in the league, is free to get that shot away, and it rips it off the far post now with, you know, whatever, under 30 seconds to go. They got a good bounce. I mean, Peake's trying to clear it, goes off his skate and in. It's a bad bounce for him, bad bounce for the Bruins. But they did get up a pretty good opportunity by Verhaeghe with that 30-second mark, right around the 30-second mark. But I mean, this one sings because you've battled. You don't really do anything for a couple periods. You had a couple chances here and there, but the game really didn't get going. It got a little nasty in the third, which is what you expect between these two teams. I know there was a fight early, but you know, as a group, you know, 5-on-5, get a little nasty after whistles and things, and now you're invested. You know, the whole thing with Marchand is okay. That's over with now. We got 20 minutes to decide this game. Let's get now you tie it at 2, and you expect a good finish, and they battle back, tie it, give up the lead. Battle back, tie it, and then a fluky goal just before regulation ends to finish it off. So, you know, the fans are getting frustrated. They're getting frustrated, I'm sure right now. So, you know, finding a different way to lose today than maybe they did the other day.
You'd like to find a way to at least get a point out of this when you come back twice in the third period, and, you know, you tie it with the goaltender pulled. You got to at least try and get it to overtime.
You were tied in the third period in Utah. You didn't get any points out of it. You're 1 goal down in Vegas. You know, you're 1 goal down in Colorado. You get no points, right along. Even Tampa. You know, these close games, it's just not good enough.
Came from 4-1 down in that game and couldn't get it tied, right?
Yeah. So, you know, a little bit of battling from behind, but also, you know, even when they get the game tied, they can't get to that extra, you know, where they need to get at least a point out of it. Points are so at a premium at this time of year, and, you know, you're there, but you're not really there. And that's what they've got to find that extra gear right now.
So a 4-3 loss for the Bruins tonight drops them to 3-5 on the year, a 5-game losing streak, and now the Anaheim Ducks will come to town on Thursday night. We'll be back to TD Garden to wrap things up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players, like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
In the spirit of Halloween, Wake 180 is offering free consultations all month long. Learn how scary, easy losing weight can be for free. Wake180weightloss.com.
Hey, Ryan Williams here with 128 Plumbing, Heat and Cooling and Electric, home of Finish Strong Friday. And at 128, we are proud to be local and independently owned since 1992. And this year, we're excited to announce that we are now certified Evergreen, which is a certification that speaks to long-term commitment and remaining privately held, with a focus on people over short-term profits and exits. Learn more on our website or social media at call128.com.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll
be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins
can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the
extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Builders, remodelers, and homeowners, listen up. Partner with one of the most trusted, independently owned lumberyards and showrooms around, Cape Cod Lumber and CCL Homescapes. Visit CCL's newly renovated kitchen showroom and get inspired as soon as you walk through the door. Explore the latest trends from the most reliable kitchen cabinet manufacturers in the industry. Check out dozens of color combinations and popular styles in our refreshed showroom in Abington. Visit us online at cclco.com or in person at CCL Homescapes in Abington. CCL, 100% employee owned and operated.
Hit 98.5thesportshub.com.
Lundell again just south of the hash marks. Takes a look around, feeds it to Marchand, side of the net, denied by Pete. Now a shot, hit the post behind Swayman. It's Skevich who's able to convert. And it's a 1-0 Florida lead. Mackie Samuskevich with his second goal of the year, set up by Brad Marchand and Anton Lundell. A power play goal came just a minute 1 into the first period, put Florida on top by the score of 1-0 in that first period. And that was followed up in the second period with an early goal by H.A. Greer, former Bruin, from Gadjevich at 2:01, helped Florida build a 2-0 lead. Bruins would come back with 2 goals of their own in the third period. Pavel Zacha's second of the season at 2:46, set up by Casey Middlestat and Victor Arvidsson. And then 2 minutes later on the power play, it was Elias Lindholm with his third goal of the year. All of them have come on the power play. David Pasternak and Pavel Zacha assisting to make it 2-2. Eetu Luostarinen at 9:58. Another assist for Marchand on that play. Aaron Ekblad would get the second assist to give it a 3-2 Florida lead. But with a minute 29 to go, Morgan Geekie, with his third of the season from Middlestat and Pasternak, tied the game at 3 with the goaltender pulled. But Florida would get that wacky bounce. Carter Verhaeghe gets the unassisted goal, his second of the year at 19:35. 4-3, the Florida Panthers win it here at TD Garden to snap their 4-game losing streak and send the Bruins to their 5th consecutive loss. It was an emotional night for Brad Marchand, certainly, as he comes back to TD Garden as an opponent for the first time. We saw the tribute video that the Bruins did for him during that first period, and he was, he was brought to tears, and obviously got a lengthy standing ovation that you would expect from the crowd here at TD Garden. He got several of those tonight. He got one during pregame warm-ups. He got one again when he left the ice here at the end of the game.
It shows you what the city and what the fans have meant to him, and even the organization has meant to him. And he plays with emotion, and he lets it out. And sometimes it goes where it shouldn't go, but most of the time it goes exactly where it should go. And this was a different kind of emotion for him, and just a fantastic tribute for him, and great to see him.
And I think we've got him downstairs. Marshy, welcome home, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
What was it like for you to go through this over the last few days, but especially tonight with the tribute video and everything? How has it been for you?
It was great to be, excuse me, to be able to be here since Saturday. We're only here once this year, so I get to see, some people. Unfortunately, the guys were away until last night, but it was great to be in the city for a few days and enjoy some time. And then, I didn't think about it a ton until I got here, and I started kind of seeing some of the guys around town and old relationships and stuff like that. And then it hit me. I knew it would at some point, and I just tried to avoid it, to be honest with you. I knew it was going to come at some point, and it was going to be a lot. But there's just so many emotions coming back here, just with, it's tough because I'm so grateful for the opportunity that I'm in and to be with an incredible group again. And to like the relationships and friendships that have been created here in the last, 7 months, whatever it's been, have been special. But, obviously I've been in Boston for a very long time, and there's so much that goes with coming back here on the ice, off the ice, the memories, the relationships, where I started, immature young kid to kind of growing up and having a family and all their friendships and their relationships and the memories for them. And, so it goes so far beyond hockey and obviously the hockey memories and the things that have happened and gone on here have been truly something spectacular. And I never could have hoped or dreamed of it would have gone the way it did. So there's a lot of emotions on both sides, and just grateful for everything. And I knew once that video came on, it'd be tough. And it was, but it was great. I'm very appreciative for the moment and what the Bruins did for me here tonight and what the fans did.
Marchie, I'm not going to lie to you. I hate seeing you in that jersey, but incredibly happy for you. Really am.
Thank you.
And after watching you all these years here, what was it like for you? I mean, first time you've ever been traded, obviously, walk in. I know you've been asked this, but for our benefit, walk into that locker room, seeing all those guys that you've battled with for how many years, and guys that you hated out on the ice, and now you're going to be a teammate and go on the run that you guys did last year.
Yeah, it was very different. It was a situation, like you said, I had never been in before. Obviously, I played on different teams growing up and stuff, but, the last 15 years or whatever it's been, I knew one thing and I knew one organization and I knew how to do things one way. And I was walking into a completely different one. And at the time, I was very disappointed about, things didn't work out and they played out much differently than I thought they were. And the year was stressful and, because we weren't performing the way we were supposed to, and I just didn't get a deal done, and so I was really frustrated with that. But I also knew that I had an incredible opportunity in front of me. So, going there, I wanted to make the most of it. I really didn't expect to be able to sign back with Florida. I would have loved to, but I didn't think it was going to be possible just with the cap situation they were in. So I just kind of went into it with the mindset I'm going to enjoy every second of it. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know how we're going to do, but I know we have an incredibly deep team and an awesome group of guys. I met a bunch of them at the Four Nations, and then I played with a bunch of guys already that had been signed or traded there. So it was a good starting point to go in the room. And then obviously just there's such a mutual respect with guys that you compete against as much as you dislike them. Once you're on the same team, you're pulling on the same rope, and you'll bleed for that guy. It all came together very quick. I was really impressed and loved the way that they did things here. And, it was kind of an environment that I kind of grew up in and I appreciated and wanted to be part of again. So, yeah, it was a lot going into it. And then I fell in love with it really quick. And it obviously worked out incredibly well. And then, when Bill kind of had the conversation with me that he wanted to keep me around, I was pretty excited about it, and when everybody signed back, it just kind of all worked out really well. And obviously, there's you got to make the most of every opportunity. This game, it can pass us by so quick, and it does go by so quick, and you can't waste a day. So I just try to enjoy it, and it worked out really well.
Archie, one last question for you. You guys, you knew you were going to be without Tkachuk a little while in this season. Then Barkov goes down during training camp. You entered a team that already had, tremendous leadership structure. Has that impacted, kind of your standing at all and what you need to do in that department?
Not really. A little bit at times, but I just kind of naturally am myself at this point and where I'm at in my career. Feel very comfortable in the room, and there's just moments where I feel like I need to talk and maybe talk a little bit more, not just because Chucky's out, but because Kulikov's out, and we lost Nate Schmidt, so we lost a few voices in the room, and guys are just energetic and loud, and so I think it just kind of falls on me because I'm naturally like that to talk a little bit more. So I think more than anything, guys are probably just annoyed with me. But no, other than that, I mean, there's a lot of really, really good leaders. I mean, when you walk into this room, I was so impressed with the way the guys did things. And they're quiet, like a lot of quiet leaders where they just go about their business and they're extremely, extremely good pros. So it's easy to kind of follow, what they're doing and they just know how to be dialed in. So, I think that's just maybe the only thing is it's a little bit quieter with some of the voices out of the room, but still incredible.